5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, beautiful people. Happy Sunday. We are here for our chit chat, check in little live that we do. And hello, Darfelina. Thank you so much for being here in the live. Guys, it is Sunday. I'm late as hell, but I'm always on time. Look, the schedule, the time crunch type of things, it's just not my ministry. Okay. I had this live set for I think like 5 o'clock, but I got a good excuse why I was late, babes, because I was watching a new movie. That's why that's why I'm late. I was watching the new horror movie Heretic with Hugh Grant. So that is why I am late. But look, you know what? I feel like I'm one of them people. I don't even believe in time. Like, I don't even believe in time. Time is a construct. Ain't that what they say? I just feel like I really don't even believe in time. Like, I just be living. I just be living. Like, truly. And I'm literally that person who literally just really don't believe in time. Like, half of the time, I don't even know what day it is. Like, if I didn't have a 9 to 5, I would really be off the grid when it comes to time. But hey, Faith Family and Fun Reviews. Thank you so much for being here in the live. Pretty Girl Danny, Anakin Not Vader. Hey, Horror Queen, the Equalizer. Thank you guys so much for being here in the live. We are just here to, do our subscriber check-in, chit chat, see what's going on. It has been a hell of a week. And I ain't even got my mind right yet. But my mind on the way back to being right. But oh my God, I literally just experienced like the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So I ordered DoorDash, right? And I go down to get the order, okay? The way my building is, it's like my apartment building, but it's like we have a parking garage. And so you like the driveway to give me my food, you're in between two buildings, okay? Please tell me why I'm like watching this girl like go to leave, and I'm like, what is she doing? Why is she? But have you ever seen somebody do something real stupid, but you don't say nothing because you just figure they got it? Like, okay, this is stupid, but I guess you know what you're doing. Like, I'm gonna assume that even though this is stupid, you know what you're doing. So she was doing something real stupid. So you know how you U-turn, right? But typically you U-turn through like an open road. She was U-turn or a lane. She was U-turning towards a building. And I'm just looking like, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm not getting in white folk business. Like, let me keep my black ass. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know what she doing. It looks stupid, but you know what? Whatever. I'm gonna let her be. So I had my dog with me. I take my food into the lobby to sit it down, and I could see her through the window. I go back outside so my dog can relieve herself. Y'all, I hear the loudest noise I've ever heard. Please tell me why she rolled up on the building, and like next to the building is like, little like flower or whatever, but it has like a little thing around the flowers that's kind of metal. Yo, why baby pulled her entire front bumper off her car? I was sitting here like, it felt like it happened in slow motion. She ran up on the building, and I was like, she goes to back away from the building like reverse, and you can see her front bumper just slowly pulling off. And I'm just like, hey baby, she was looking at me. Like, looking at me. I'm looking at her. I'm like, don't look at me. Do not look at me. This nigga ain't got nothing to do with what you just did, baby. Like, and I know I felt so sick. Like, I felt bad, but then I was like, why do I feel bad? I don't have nothing to do with this. But I felt bad because I felt like she effed up her car on my delivery. So like, I don't know, I felt bad. Like, damn, she just came to do her little DoorDash and now her car effed up. But y'all, it was literally the dumbest thing that I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, I just could not believe what she was doing. She literally drove off, missing her entire front bumper. Like, I was sitting here like, and when I tell you, I was trying to flee. I was trying to flee because I'm like, I was trying to get my dog to use the bathroom. It was like raining. I'm like, we gotta go. Like, come on, baby, let's go, let's go. Because I don't know, I felt disturbed with how she kept staring me down. And I'm just like, I don't even want to be at the scene of the crime. I don't even want to be at the scene of the accident. Like, I want to get my black ass out of here. Like, I just ain't want nothing to do with it. Like, I felt so like I was literally trying to flee. But when I tell y'all, I would have been so sick if I was her. Like, that was I just didn't understand what she was even doing. Like, why in God's name would you even, like, who tries to you? First of all, you didn't even need to U-turn. Like, what are you even doing? Like, it was just the strangest and craziest thing that I have ever seen in my entire life. Dallas Dandy, I was waiting, didn't know if you were going to go live. I'm sorry, Dallas, but I be on CP time. I be on my own time. No, but for real, I'm sorry. I know I do that a lot. I was late to the live yesterday. Y'all, when I put like a time, y'all know I'm not good with times and schedules and restraints. It just be like a loosey-goosey, like, roundabout time. I'm sorry. I be trying. Yes, Equalizer, her like, y'all, I'm not talking about, and she was a young white girl. And when I was younger, like, I was a terrible driver. Terrible. I actually failed my driving test quite a few times, but the very last time I failed my driving test, I think I was 18 years old. The very last time I failed my driving test, I started crying. And the man just gave me my license. Like, he just passed me. So I literally kind of learned how to drive while I was just on the damn road, child. I could not drive. The one thing I used to do all the time was hit a mother freaking curb. Oh my God. I used to hit the curb all the time. I would like dent the hubcap. A few times I popped the tire. But I ain't never pulled my entire front bumper off the goddamn car. Like, I feel like I ain't never seen no mess like that in my life. Like, it was crazy. And like, these two guys, because it was loud. These two guys, they was like asking me, like, when I tell y'all, I can't even explain it. You ever see something happening, going down, and even though you're not a part of it, you just feel like you're gonna be blank. Like, you just want to get out the vicinity. I was just like, baby, don't ask me. Like, I want to get out of here. I don't want nothing to do with this. And I feel like the way she was looking at me, I was just like, this isn't on me. I had nothing to do with this dumbass decision that you decided to do. And like, I wanted to say something, but like I said, like, it looks stupid, but I'm just figuring like, okay, well, I guess she got it. I guess she know what she's doing. Like, it looks stupid, but it ain't my business. Like, I'm sending my black ass out of it. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with what this white girl over there trying to do. I ain't want no parts of it. I ain't want no parts of it. Joseph Felton, I know her insurance company was mad. Literally, like, how do you even explain this to the insurance company? Like, what is the story you tell? Like, I'm really trying to figure out. I really want to know, when you file this claim, like, what exactly are you going to say? Like, because you did something real motherfucking stupid. Like, what you gonna tell the insurance folk? When I tell you, and she a young girl. When I was that age, my mama was paying my car insurance. Like, babe, when I tell you, shout out to Obamacare, because I was on my mama health insurance, and I was like, I don't know, 26, 25, something like that. And my mom was paying my car insurance when I was younger. Man, when I tell you, I feel like her parents finna go down on her. Like, and then I was thinking about the fact that I remember any time in the past in my life when I have done DoorDash, I know some people DoorDash as like their job, but a lot of people, like, anytime I have DoorDash, I had a full-time job, but like, I needed extra money for something. So you know how you specifically get like a second job or something to get extra money for a purpose? Like, I remember one time I was working at Pizza Hut on the weekends doing delivery and stuff like that. like you get an extra job because you need like money for something. So like that's why I felt so sick and was feeling so bad, because I was like, what if she like doing DoorDash because she need to get money up for like a certain thing, and now her whole motherfucker bump off. Like now you got more problems. I'm just like, oh my God. Like y'all, when I tell you, like it was crazy. It was crazy. And my aunt and my cousin stay in the same building I stay in. And we was on the phone. They looking down from the window, seeing baby drive off with no bumper. Like, y'all, I tell you, oh my God, y'all, I know she was sick. I know she was sick. Like, I know. Hey, Equalizer, Nikki, every day is an adventure. Wait, baby, I ain't had nothing to do with this. This was not my adventure. I had no parts in this. When I tell you, but oh my God, yeah, it was. I'm just like, anytime I order DoorDash, please don't give me that same Dasher, because I just feel like she gonna have a vendetta against me. Like, I don't know, I feel like she blaming me. Like, I really felt it the way she was staring at me. Like, have y'all ever seen, I don't know what the show is from, but there's like a meme where it looked like somebody standing on stage and they staring at Puff and Diddy, and he's staring at them. That, like, we were literally just staring at him. Like, that's how, and I was like, I feel like I was frozen. Like, what is she looking at me? Like, baby, don't look at me. Please don't look at me. Like, I don't even want you to look at my black ass. Like, don't look at me. I don't have nothing to do with this white girl. Like, I'm sorry, but like, this, I don't know. I felt so uncomfortable. Like, don't look at me. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Baby girl probably having a bad day already. That when I tell you, this is how I spiral. This is how I spiral, because I literally was playing through so many scenarios, making up in my head this girl life, the day the girl done had. Like, I was feeling so sick. Like, I felt so bad. Oh my God. And that was the last straw. I would have cried. Joseph, for real. When I tell you, I'm thinking about all the times that I have anytime. I remember I did Lyft before, I did DoorDash. Like, I've had a lot of like getting a part-time something because you need extra money. And I'm thinking about if that would have been me and I did something. First of all, it's one of those situations where like you end up mad at yourself because like you did something real stupid. So if I ended up doing something real stupid and effing my car up like that, like effing up my day, causing more like financial issue, like now it's something else I got to spend money on. Oh God, I would have been sick. I would have been sick. And I know she was. It was oh, it was crazy. Y'all, I felt sick. Oh my God. You didn't even have to take the road test anymore in some states during those 4 years. Wait, you don't have to take a road test to get your license? Now, I passed that part. I passed the actual, because, and you know, I'm old. I don't know if stuff is the same or not, but back when I was like 17, 18, when I was taking my driving test, you couldn't take the road test unless you passed the written test. I passed the written test easy, but I kept failing the road test. But y'all, that DoorDash deliverer may not be able to claim insurance unless she let her insurance company know she was using her car for a job function. Oh, I didn't think about that. Baby, you better make up a lot to the insurance people. Like, I don't know. You know, look. I'm just saying. I would lie. Like, if it's a situation where if I tell the truth and say, hey, I was doing DoorDash, and that means y'all ain't gonna, like, my insurance ain't gonna come through, because first of all, I feel like insurance is a scam anyway. But whatever, that's a conversation for a whole nother day. We ain't even gonna go down that rabbit hole. Babe, I'm gonna lie. Look, you know, I was just minding my business on my personal time using my car, and my hubcap came. I'm not hubcap. My bumper came off. Look, I'm sorry. Lie, baby. You paying into that insurance every month. Lie. I'm just saying. Nikki said she was a hustler. No, like, literally, I'm just a poor little black girl. Like, if you got, I completely am one of the people, like, you got to get it. I grew up, my mother always had, my mama ain't never had one damn job. When I was growing up, my mama always had more jobs than a Jamaican. She always had multiple jobs. I remember she was working at an insurance company in the daytime. Then she would clean office buildings at night, like doing like janitor stuff. Like, my mom always had multiple jobs. Like, if you need money and like your 9 to 5 is not enough to cover it, then baby, you got to figure something out. So, I guess you're gonna either do something illegal, which I ain't even gonna knock as long as you ain't hurt nobody. Or you gonna just try to look for another part-time job. But y'all, when I tell you, that was the craziest thing I ever saw in my life. And I was feeling so uncomfortable because like all the election stuff, they had the damn, oh my God. I woke up one morning and it was literally like these buses right outside my complex that was like Trump and all this. And I was like, oh God, I'm about to get my black ass shot. Like I was like literally not wanting to walk the dog. I was like, I need you to hold it to this MAGA bus gone so we could be safe because they're gonna shoot your black ass too because you a little black dog. Like I'm just saying, like I don't even want to go outside. So with everything that's been going on this week with the election, and then this white girl done did this and she looking at me and I'm just like, I don't even want to be at the scene. I don't even want to be on the scene. Like seriously, I don't even want to be on the scene because I just feel like they're gonna find a way to just put it on my ass. Like I'm just like, I didn't want to be. I just felt so uncomfortable. I didn't want I didn't want no parts of it. I didn't want no parts of it. That's the America we live in now. You got to have 2 jobs to live. Absolutely. Absolutely. When I tell you, I don't even know how people raising kids. I don't know, like everything crazy. Everything crazy. I ain't got nobody to take care of but me and a dog. And I be struggling. So I don't know what everybody else doing. I don't know what everybody else doing. But chat, look, yeah. People be memorizing the written part bit that on the road is the true test. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And that's the thing, like, and it wasn't even just like memorizing to get through. I feel like the road rules are easy, in my opinion. Like yielding, the yield sign, and all the road rules, in my opinion, when I took the road test, I don't know what it looks like now. I feel like that part was easy. Like it's easy for me to know those things. But when I actually had to physically drive, like I remember he wanted me to goddamn parallel park. I don't know to this day, I do not know how to motherfucking parallel park. Who gets parallel parking? Like, like who parallel park? I don't parallel park. Never parallel parked in my life. It was a few instances where I was like downtown, which is one of the few places where you have to like park along the street, at least where I'm from. It's one of the few places you have to like park along the street. Anywhere else, at least where I come from, it's always like a parking spot. Like you don't need to parallel park. And in those few instances, I would get out and let my passenger or some friend I was with parallel park the car for me, child, because I can't parallel park. And I remember one time, oh my God, I hate driving downtown. One time I was driving downtown, baby, I was going down a one-way and didn't even know it. I was going down a one-way, and next thing I know, I had a slew of cars coming at me. They was cursing me out, and I was panicking. Oh, I was young. I think I was 18, 19 years old. Child, I was traumatized. I didn't drive on highways and stuff when I first got my license. Like, I was a really bad driver. I knew I was a bad driver. It was bad. It was bad. She was looking for a savior. Oh, I thought she was looking to blame me. I thought she was looking to blame. Like, that's what the look was telling me. But maybe I'm just in a heightened state right now. I thought she was looking at me to blame me. She was looking for a savior / ally. Nikki, you were supposed to save her or offer her. I was just trying to get out of there. Because I thought it was a look of blaming me. Maybe you're right, Danny. And if you're right, then I really do feel bad. I really do feel bad. And that's another reason I felt bad, because I knew she was doing something stupid before she even did it, but I didn't say anything. But it was, like I said, it was one of those situations where you know somebody is doing something stupid, but you don't say nothing because you just figure, okay, well, they must know what they're doing. Like, even though they're doing something stupid, I'm just gonna sit back and assume that you got it. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I felt. That's how I felt. In big cities, you have to know how to parallel park. Well, I feel like where I'm from in Florida, it's like I feel like it's like a podunk town that masquerades as a big city. Like where I'm from is literally considered the largest city in the USA as far as like the size. But baby, I done spent my whole life there and I ain't never got damn parallel park. Was only in the instance to have to parallel park a few times when I would be going to a club downtown. That was it. Nope, do not have to parallel park. Now that I'm here in Nashville, it does seem like there is a lot of parallel parking happening here. Like even where I live, only the residents get to park in the garage unless you like get a visitor's pass, which ain't nobody paying for that. So if you come visit me at my building, you literally have to parallel park along the street. Like, this is my first time now that I'm in Nashville. This is the first time where I'm like, oh, like, damn, niggas really got a parallel park. But I don't drive, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about parallel parking. But yeah, now that I'm here, and I mean, I guess places like New York, you probably have to parallel park a lot, at least from what I see on TV, because I ain't never been to New York. Like, stuff like that, I'm guessing you have to parallel park a lot. But yeah, where I come from, ain't nobody parallel parking. Ain't nobody parallel parking. She needs that experience. That is a life. Oh, absolutely, because she was young. She was really young. This is a life lesson for her, or a funny pays off that bill. Yeah. You know what it reminds me of though? Oh God. You know the feds is watching. I don't know if I should say this. Is it a statute of limitations on like road crimes? It really reminds me of, oh God, this is so awful. This, but whatever. It is what it is. Like, I literally I'm not this person. Okay, I'm 40 now. I'm not whoever I was when I was 19. But I will never forget. I told y'all I could not motherfucking drive when I was younger. Like, I was terrible. I was 19 years old. I was driving to a friend's house to hang out. It was just regular daytime. Hadn't been drinking, went under influence, nothing like that. It was just like a regular day, whatever. I'm driving to my friend's house. Y'all, when I tell you I was driving on the road, I don't know what happened, what I did. I hit somebody else's car, and they like signaled for me to like pull over with them. And I like, yeah, I'm pulling over. When I tell you they went to pull over and I sped off, like I sped off. Y'all, I was so scared. I thought I was going to get arrested. I thought I was going to go to jail. I thought I was going to get in trouble. Like, and I don't know why I panicked like this. And I feel like it sounds so stupid. But in my little young mind, like, I literally was scared and thought I was going to really get in trouble. When I tell y'all, next thing I know, I'm just riding on the road. This is the same like little moment. The car pulls up behind me, blowing it. Y'all, we were literally in a high-speed chase. Like, I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying. They were chasing me the fuck down. Like, they were chasing me. And it was so crazy because I was speeding. I was trying to turn all kind of corners. I was trying to get away from them. And I would like go somewhere and it would feel like I done lost them, but then they would catch up to me like a little bit later. And we kept going through this whole, they were speeding and chasing me. I would get away, but then they would catch back up with me. Y'all, when I tell you, it was the craziest experience of my life. But it was one of those things where once I was already running, like I had to commit. Like, I had to commit. I'm already on the motherfucking run. I gotta just keep running. Like, it was so crazy. And I feel bad now because I feel like I hit those people's car, and it wasn't like the nicest car. And it was a car full of men that looked like they were like construction workers or something. Like, they looked like they were doing like some type of construction work. It was a car full of men. And I felt so like, I felt so bad when a little time passed, because I was like, they're probably just regular working class people. And now when I effed up their car, and now they got to pay for, like, I felt so bad. And y'all, it's so terrible. But I don't know what it was. Like, I panicked. Like, I literally panicked. Like, I was so scared. I thought, and I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if it's like an anxiety when you black, but I always feel like I'm gonna get shot. Like, I don't know what, anytime I feel like it's something where the cops gonna come, I just get so like paranoid that I don't know. I just always feel like I'm gonna get shot. So I was like, they're gonna call the cops. I done hit their car. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna get arrested. And I feel like it was so over the top. You're not gonna get arrested because you had a fender bender with somebody. Like, I mean, at least I don't think you would. Like, I just feel like, I don't know why it was so dramatic to me when I was 19, but it was. Like, I literally, y'all, it was the craziest thing. Like, these people were following me. Oh God, it was crazy. Yeah, I hope if you out there, I'm sorry, don't sue me. I ain't got no money. It was the craziest. Like, yo, it was the craziest thing. Like, you really do dumb shit when you're young. Like, you really do. Like, when I tell you, I have never been that person that wanted to be a celebrity, because to be a celebrity and like everybody will always know like all the dumb shit you did. Like, you can never like live it down. Like, it's just always associated with you. Like, I do not want to be associated with all the dumb shit I did when I was younger. Like, I truly, like, I don't. Like, it's so stupid. Like, and I'm the one who did the stuff. And I'm just like, I don't even know what the fuck I was thinking. And I was the one who did it. Nikki thought it was It's Joseph. It literally felt that way. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, it was literally a chase. And it was literally where like they was chasing me. I was dipping through car, like it was crazy. And I would feel like I lost them, and I would breathe a sigh of relief. The next thing I know, they'll pop up around another corner, and I'd be like, "Oh shit!" And then I'd take off, and then they'll take off following me. It was crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, I guess just like I had that experience, but it didn't really like F up my car. I'm trying to think. The only thing it did to my car was like messed up like, you know how you dent where like your, what is that called in the front where your light is? What's the light in the front of your car? I don't know, like the headlight. Like it messed up my headlight, and I had to get my headlight replaced and stuff like that. And I think my mama paid for it. I can't remember what lie I probably made up, because I'm pretty sure I did not tell her, yeah, I hit somebody and then I ran the fuck off. But if I remember correctly, my mama, and I can't really remember, but I'm pretty sure at that age, my mama probably paid for it to get it fixed. I don't know what lie I made up. I'm sorry, mama. And when I tell you, it's so crazy because one of my pet peeves is I hate when people say, oh, everybody lie. Everybody lie. I hate when people say everybody lies. Like, don't say everybody lie just to make you feel better because like you're a liar. But literally, I'm not even exaggerating. I literally do not lie to people. Like I feel like if I try to lie to somebody, I literally feel like everybody knows I'm lying. Like, does that make sense? Like, I feel like you know I'm lying if I lie. Like, I feel weird lying. I remember my god sister. I've known her since we were in second grade. And since second grade, we're 40 years old now. I lied to that girl one time in all of that time. And when I lied, I swear to God, 5 minutes later, I confessed that I had just lied. Because I don't know, I feel weird. But the one person that I used to always lie to was my mama. But because when you're younger, you gotta lie to your parents because you don't want to get in trouble. Like, you have to lie. So I'm sorry, mama. I was always lying to my mama. So I don't know what lie I made up when I hit them people's car to, tell her about why my car was messed up. But I'm pretty sure I lied. Like, I know I did. I had to have. Yes, Joseph, I did end up getting away from them. And I literally rode around for like a really long time just to make sure they could not follow me to my destination of where I was going. And I was going to my friend's house. And when I ended up there, I literally was still paranoid, like hoping they couldn't find me. And at that time, I don't know if people do it now. I feel like I don't see it quite as much. But at that time, it was like a cool thing amongst me and my friends to like adorn your car with like all kind of like stickers and like put all kind of little like stuff on your car. Babe, when I tell you, we took all that ish off my car. I said, I cannot have my car identifiable by these people. We took it all off the car. And I was like, so like, I remember them saying like, did they follow you to Arthur? Because I had two friends that was roommates. I'm like, did they follow you? I was like, I think I lost them. Like, y'all was so motherfucking dramatic. Like, it was dramatic as hell. It was so dramatic. Hey, Vanessa Wicked, thank you so much for being here. You ain't got to like, I'm telling you. And when I tell you, I truly like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand why adults lie. Like, I really don't. Like, what do you like? I feel like as a kid, as a teenager, yeah, you're gonna be lying. Lie all the time, baby. Lie, because you don't want to get in trouble. But as an adult, like, why are you lying to other adults? Like, what are they gonna do to you? Are they gonna ground you? Are they gonna put you on a punishment? Like, what did you learn for? Like, I don't know. And I feel like my go-to, if I just, because maybe, I don't know, maybe you're lying because maybe you're embarrassed to tell somebody the truth. My go-to is I just don't want to answer that, or I just don't want to tell you. Like, instead of like lying, I just be like, well, I just don't want to say. Because that one instance when I said I lied, it's because I had like a real crazy relationship with somebody, finally left that person, but then they popped up apologizing and I ended up forgiving them. And my best friend was asking me about this person, and I lied and was like, oh, like, nah, I'm not dealing with them, because I didn't want to hear her mouth. Like, I knew that she would have something to say, like, down on me about, well, this person that treated you, real crazy, and you're gonna just forgive them. Like, I didn't want to hear all that. So that's why I lied in that instance. And it was so crazy because I swear to God, like, I could literally call her right now. 5 minutes later, and I was sitting there for 5 minutes. Like, I don't know, like, just my conscience, I can't do all kind of stuff. I just was like sitting there for 5 minutes, literally feeling like a piece of shit. And I literally was like, I gotta tell you something. And she was like, what? I was like, I just lied. They sent me a long ass text message and I forgave them and we been hanging out. And she was like, what you lied for? I was like, because I know I ain't want to hear your mouth. And she was like, well, that's your business if that's what you want to do. But you know I don't make, you know they did answer. And she went on into her whole thing that I knew she was gonna get into. And she was right. I don't know that person today. And we ended up going through ish all over again, child, because you know, but I was young. So you know. Good thing you didn't speed past. Oh hell. Yo, then I would have probably really went to jail because I probably wouldn't have stopped. I would have just kept on. I just feel like there's a point where like you're committed to something, so you gotta just see it through. Once I was already on the run, I had to just see it through. Like I had to just see it through. The more nondescript your vehicle is, the less it is recognized as someone looking for you. But that's why we took all that stuff off my car, because I had so much stuff all over my car, like to adorn my car when I was 19. You could absolutely identify my car. Like I wonder where those people are today. Like I wonder if they tell stories about the little young black girl that hit their car and that they were chasing. I don't know what the hell. Yeah. It was real out here in these streets. Like it was so but yeah, I think about that with this girl. Like she's going to look back on this and but I didn't pull off my whole entire front bumper. I mean, like I did something real stupid. And but yeah, I don't know what that girl was doing. I don't know what I was doing. Look, when you young, I'm going to use that excuse of like just being young and dumb. Like my frontal lobe was not fully developed. Yeah, it I don't know. I hope it's a statute of limitations. I hope them people can't find me and be like, yeah, you hit my car back in like, I don't know, 28. I mean, not 28. When was I 18? 2008, 2007. I don't know, somewhere around that time. Like, I hope they can't sue me all these years later. Please leave me alone, sirs. And it was literally like a car full of men. Like, they looked like just like, you know, working. Like, they looked like they did construction or something. They looked like just, you know, regular. I feel so bad. You gotta watch it now and end up hitting a Trump supporter. That's why I was ready to flee earlier. Because I'm like, look, I'm sorry. In this place, I'm in a red state. If I see a white person, I'm gonna just assume that you're a Trump supporter unless you clarify you're not. So I'm like, this white girl is staring at me. Like, that's why I was trying to flee. Because I was like, y'all just had the MAGA truck outside across the street the other day. Let me get my black ass back in the building. Like, let me get my black ass out of here. Because I don't want nothing to do with this. Like, literally, I just was like, I did not like that she was looking at me. And it felt accusatory. Like, that's what I felt. I feel like she was blaming me. I feel like she was looking at me like it was my fault. So I was like, I had to get my black ass out of there. I was like, I was trying to drag my dog. Like, girl, we got to get back in this building. Like, we got to go. Like, thank you, Jesus. I live in a secure building, so she couldn't like follow me, but she could be waiting for me outside. Like, I'm just like, oh, babe, please just go. Like, I didn't want to be around. I didn't want to be around. I didn't want to be at the scene. I didn't want to be at the scene of the crash. But when it was literally, I don't know why she did that. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it was. And like, can you imagine doing something like that and people see you and you have to literally like get out of your car, pick up your bumper, like get in the car and like drive? I know she felt so embarrassed, sick, stupid, mad, like all the feels. I know she did. Like, absolutely. Oh my God, Jesus. I'm sorry, white girl, wherever you at. I felt so bad. But I mean, it ain't my fault. I ain't had nothing to do with that. I don't. I lived in a small town, 35 miles northeast of Orlando. Oh, you live near me. I grew up in Jacksonville, near Orlando. I love the small town and miss it. I hated driving in Orlando. Miami is like driving a new. Oh my God. Miami? Oh, hell no. I don't know if it's the same. I haven't been to Miami since my early 20s. But when I tell you the drivers, first of all, Floridians can't drive. I'm sorry, we can't. Floridians cannot motherfucking drive. But Miami is a whole nother beast. When I was scared as hell when we got to Miami. I was like, I did not drive the entire time I was in Miami. I was like, hell no, don't put me behind the wheel. Like my friends were driving because it was crazy. It like Miami driving, they're so motherfucking aggressive. Like I feel like Miami drivers would literally knock your ass off the road. Like they would literally like they are like it's bumper cars. Like they would literally just knock you off. Like hell no. Like I said, I ain't been to Miami since my early 20s, so I don't know if it's instead of a walk of shame, she had a travel. Exactly. Poor girl. Yes, poor girl. Oh my God. Hey, blueberry ricotta cheese pancakes. Thank you for being here in the live. Hey, Nikki, glad to catch another live. Have you started reading the book about young men falling behind yet? I was just having a discussion with a student about that very topic. Yes, I have not gotten very far into the book. And thank you for putting it back on my brain because with my whole move, I've been like not even in it. I need to get back to it. But yes, I did start it and I really need to like go and finish it. But I'm just, I mean, they about to get rid of the Department of Education. Like it's about to really, really get crazy for teachers, students, parents. But yeah, it's the whole thing because basically what is happening right now with why this guy wrote this book is, of course, before affirmative action, a lot of these like prestigious colleges were only men graduating. And then when affirmative action happened, you know, white women were able to go to these schools. And then, of course, black people, because they couldn't discriminate if you were a woman or if you were minority. So what they're seeing is at the top, back in the day, like 50 years ago, white males were the ones flourishing in education. Now, in the last, I guess, 30 years, girls are flourishing when it comes to education. Like the majority of people going to college, graduating college are women. Men and boys are falling behind in schools, and it's like it's supposed to be like a whole epidemic of like boys not doing well in school. So I'm really interested in like reading exactly like what he's pinpointing as what is the shift of why men are suddenly / boys are suddenly not doing well in school, as opposed to girls. When I feel like the traditional structure of school, I mean, hasn't really really changed. Like, so if men were the ones benefiting but nothing structurally has changed, I don't know why they're falling behind. So that's why I'm going to read the book to see, like, because I ain't been a school child, I don't know nothing about it, and I don't have no kids. So I thought it was really interesting. And like my homegirls, 2 boys and 1 daughter, and it does seem like I don't know what's going on. Girls are doing fabulously when it comes to school, and boys are falling behind. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I'm really interested to really get into this book and see like what they're saying, you know, is the whole thing. Nikki, Floridians can drive. People from New York who moved to Florida cannot drive. Maybe that's the people I be coming across on the road. Maybe it's the New Yorkers that's coming down to Florida. Okay. Atlantic traffic ain't no better. I have never been to Atlanta. I have only driven through Atlanta because living in Florida, anytime I go to Tennessee, South Carolina, like different places. I think I even went through Atlanta when I went to Alabama, if I remember correctly. I've only driven through Atlanta, and when I tell you that is my most hated part of a drive is trying to get through Atlanta. Atlanta traffic is psychotic. Like it I don't know how anybody lives in Atlanta. I'm gonna be honest, because I can't with that. No way. Thank you, Equalizer. Yes, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Shout out to Equalizer. Thank you. Nikki, you are the life of the From Chats. Who, me? Who said that? Where did that rumor start? Don't let me go run with that now. Now, how am I the life of the From Chats? I'm finna run with this. I am me. I don't know when that happened, but thank you. I don't know what from chat I would be the life of. But along with this hellish week, God, including the election, man, Lord, Tony Todd passed away. Which is crazy. I was actually on a From Live when somebody just blurted out, and I was like, "Wait, what?" Like, I didn't think it was real. Like, I was literally in the middle of a live, and I was just like, I couldn't even really react. I was just like, I know this can't be real, but yeah, it's real. He passed away, unfortunately, at 69, which is just so crazy to me because I feel like that's so young. Like, my grandma is like 89 and she is kicking, okay? Kicking. Like, it just seems so young. But yeah, so speaking of Tony Todd, I will be doing a live watch along of his Night of the Living Dead remake tomorrow with Slice of Horror and In Love with Horror to celebrate Tony Todd. So we will be doing that tomorrow at what time is that live? Y'all know I can't ever remember nothing. Now, these are the lives that I be on time for. Like, when other people are involved, like, I respect other people's time. So I be on time for the stuff where people gonna be there with me. 8:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow is the Night of the Living Dead remake watch along to celebrate Tony Todd. So, we're gonna just, talk about Tony Todd a bit in remembrance of him, amazing man and actor, and watch my favorite Tony Todd movie. I feel like, and let me know in the chat, I love Tony Todd's cameo in Wishmaster. As the Valentine guy. It was what was his name? Tony Valentine, something Valentine. I love his cameo in Wishmaster. But my favorite Tony Todd role is the Night of the Living Dead remake. Absolutely love it. It so iconic, so amazing. Love him in that movie. Love the changes they made with the remake, specifically when it comes to Barbara ass. But I feel like that's so hard to come behind an iconic original movie, an iconic performance, and like really make it your own and still deliver something that's also iconic. Like, I am obsessed with the original Night of the Living Dead. I've seen it 11,000 million times, but I'm also obsessed with the 90s Night of the Living Dead, and I've seen it 11,000 times. Like, that's really hard to accomplish to me. So that's my favorite. Candyman is, yes. Now, I'm not a fan of Candyman. I'm not a fan of Candyman, the movie. I like Tony Todd's part in the movie, and I like Tony Todd as Candyman. Like, he is amazing, but I'm not a fan of the movie as a whole. I wasn't here for all the focus on Helen. It just didn't work for me. Yes, thank you, Vanessa Wicked. Yes, that is I'm obsessed with Night of the Living Dead. I love that movie so much. I love that original, and it's so crazy because y'all know I'm not an old film purist kind of person. That's not my ministry, especially when you talk about like black and white films. Nope, not at all. But I absolutely love the original black and white The Blob, and I love the original black and white Night of the Living Dead, like obsessively. But I also love both of their remakes. So now, what Dawn of the Dead got to do with Tony Todd, Vanessa? Or are you just talking about zombie movies in general? If we're just talking zombie movies in general, I have not seen the original Dawn of the Dead in ages, and it's been quite a long time. So but I still have always liked Night of the Living Dead over Dawn of the Dead. Now, the Dawn of the Dead remake, it's nice, it's good, it's fine. I'm not crazy about it. It has some parts that work, some parts that don't work for me. But I've always been a Night of the Living Dead girly over Dawn of the Dead. That's just me. I met Tony Todd a while ago. What a gentleman, a pleasure. Rest in peace, brother. You know what? I have heard so many people that came out talking about meeting Tony Todd, posting pictures of when they met him at conventions and different stuff. I'm so like, I love that. I'm the type of person, I don't like to know anything about the actors and musicians that I like. Like, I don't want to know nothing about their real life, like, at all. I don't want to, because I just don't want to, like, be, I don't know. You don't want to find out they're like terrible people. Like, I just want the movie. I just want the music. I don't want to know like the real life. But it is really good, like, to hear everybody talk about, like, and I've always heard people talk about how great of a person Tony Todd is. Love that so much. Hey, Breezy K, thank you so much for being here in the live. Shout out to you. Tony Todd did an episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine where he played Captain Sisko's son. I highly recommend watching that episode. Baby, that is not my ministry. I am not a Trekkie. But my mother is. My mother is obsessed with Star Trek. I'm sure she saw that. But that's not my ministry. The only reason that I saw the Star Trek remake movie with Chris Pine was because I went with my mama to the movie theater to see it, because that's her. She loves Star Trek. Love it, love it, love it, love it. That's not my ministry. But shout out to Tony Todd. I agree with you, Nikki. So many actors and actresses, I find out their politics and it ruined them for me. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not that like how people, like, I'm not that person that wants to like meet celebrities. Say, I don't want to meet, like, I just want these people to just be whatever I envision from watching their movies and listening to their music. I don't want to know them in like real, like, I don't want to know nothing about these people. Like, I don't know. That's just me. I prefer the celebrities that like are very like private. They only pop out to do like their movie or the, that's what I like, because I just don't, I don't want to, I don't know. Like, I'm not that person who feels like, you know how, like, I feel like a lot of people put celebrities on a pedestal and like, and when I say put them on a pedestal, I mean like you kind of, it's kind of like when a celebrity does something, you find out they did something like really foul, and people are like, my thing is, just because people have talent, like, they're still like people. They can still be horrible people. They're just a person with talent. Like, so I like to just be separated from like real life. And I'm definitely a like separate the art from the artist type of person for the most part. So I don't want to know anything about what the person is doing in real life or how they live. Like, I don't want to know nothing. I don't want to know. Like, I don't know. Like, I will never forget being so upset finding out, because as anybody knows, I am obsessed with Seinfeld. That is my show. Like, obsessed. I have seen that show 50, 100,000 times. I will literally watch the entire series. It will end and I will start it from the beginning. Like, when I tell you I love that show down, I will never forget being so upset to discover that the guy who played Kramer like went on some racist rant. Like, I was like, wait, what? I don't want to hear that. Like, I feel like it taints it for me. Now, do I still watch Seinfeld? Yes, I do. But I feel like it taints it to know that, like, that actor was saying racist stuff to black people. Like, I don't want to know what these people are doing in real life. Like, I just want like the product. I don't want to know Kramer is racist. Like, I don't want to know that. Like, whatever they're doing in real life don't have nothing to do with me. Nothing. Nikki, watch that DS9 episode. Tony Todd shows his acting chops 100%. Maybe I'll get around to it. I'm not very invested. I'm just being honest, but maybe I'll get around to it. Maybe it's something I'll like watch with my mom, because I know it's something she would. But I mean, I know Tony Todd's acting. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out. I probably won't, but maybe I will. Who knows? It's just not my ministry. I'm not a Trekkie. What's that little thing the Star Trek people be doing? I don't know. I ain't even finna try to do it. I ain't even finna try to throw up no gang signs. But it's some little hand thing that the Star Trek people be doing. I can't think what it is though right now. But yeah, I'm glad to hear everybody talk about what a great person he was. But I just, because I feel like even if he was a terrible person, I actually just had this conversation with somebody yesterday. We were actually talking about Tia Mowry and Corey Hardwick. And I was saying that I personally feel like he was controlling and abusive, not abusive physically, and that there was animosity and jealousy. But I like Corey Hardwick, and I'm still gonna watch his movies. Like, I've been following his career since forever. He's always had just, little penny ante, little roles and little shoddy little movies. But I like him as an actor, and I will never forget. Oh, this was ages ago. I don't even know if a lot of people old enough to remember this, but Uma Thurman and what's my guy name? Oh shoot, what is his name? Ethan Hawke. Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke used to be married, and there was a whole scandal of like Ethan Hawke cheated on Uma Thurman when she was pregnant. And I will never forget being a teenager and hearing this and being like upset and being like, I don't like Ethan Hawke anymore. I'm never watching his movies. Babe, I love Ethan Hawke down. I motherfucking love Ethan Hawke. Like, he does nothing but make banger after banger after banger. Like, I am obsessed with Ethan Hawke. And I remember that was the moment where I said, I'm separating like the person, like, and like their work, because I'm not, he cheated on Uma Thurman when she was pregnant. And yeah, that's terrible. That's diabolical. But baby, I love Ethan Hawke down. He's talented. He made some good ass movies. Like, I'm obsessed. What was it? Taking Lives. Like, I'm obsessed with Ethan Hawke. So that was like the moment. And I want to say I was 14. I don't know. It was a really, really long time ago. I was a teenager. But that was the moment. And that was the time when I was a teenager. I was extremely like invested in celebrities. Like, when I was a teenager, like the celebrities that I really loved, like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of different when you're a teenager. Like, I was like Linkin Park, Pink, my actors that I love. Like, I was like, I would have been crushed and devastated. Like, if something came out like a scandal with like a celebrity that I really loved as when I was a teenager. But when that happened with Ethan Hawke and it was the whole scandal, that was literally the moment where I was like, they might be celebrities, but they're people like everybody else. Like, literally, they're just people. Like, I feel like we buy products from companies every day. We don't know what these people doing, like, in real life, and we don't care. We still just buy the product. So I'm just like, that was the moment where I was just kind of like, I'm just separating the art from the artist, as they say, for the most part. Like, something like R. Kelly, that's different, because like his diabolical stuff is mixed up in his music. So like, that's different. That's why I say for the most part. But like, if it's an actor, like, yeah, I'm gonna still watch the movie. Like, I think I was just watching. What was I watching? Was I watching Kill Bill? And it said like the Weinstein Company up. I'm not finna not watch Kill Bill. Lock that nigga up. But I'm gonna still watch Kill Bill. That's just me. Danny Masterson disappointed me because that 70s show was a good watch. Yeah. So are you one of the people that like will never watch the 70s show anymore? That 70s show, Danny Masterson is diabolical and disgusting, but I was never a fan of that 70s show. I probably watched 1 or 2, maybe 3 episodes over the course of my entire life. I just couldn't get into it. But like something like that, like if I was a fan of that 70s show and all that stuff came out with Danny Masterson, I would still watch the show because it's not a one-man show. It's not just Danny Masterson. It's a ton of other people. That's just me personally. But I know some people feel like they just can't watch it anymore. Like, but that's why I hate hearing stuff, because I forgot, who was it? James Marsden. Wasn't it James Marsden who wrote like some kind of letter for Danny Masterson, like petitioning on his behalf? Like, I hate hearing stuff like that, because I like Danny. No, what James Marsden? Ain't it James Marsden? I'm trying to think. Isn't that his name? What is this man? Is it y'all? Wasn't it James Marsden that wrote like a letter standing up for like to the judge or something? I think it was James Marsden. And I like James Marsden. So I hate to hear stuff. Like, that's why I'm like, I don't want to keep up with like celebrity news. I don't want to know nothing about these celebrities. Yep, it was James Marsden. See, and I hate that. I hate like you writing a letter to take up for a R word, got like a hard R, got like you taking up for a rapist? Like, what? Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, it taints. I'm like, I just want to watch enjoy the movie or the music, whatever the product is. I just want to enjoy that. I don't want to know that these people are like diabolical in real life. I don't want to know that at all. Like, I love disturbing behavior. Like, why James Marsden had to do that? I like X-Men. Like, I'm mad he had to go and do that. Now, am I gonna still watch his movies? Yes, but I don't like having that in my brain, knowing that you wrote a letter for a rapist. Like, I don't like that at all. It's I don't want to know these things. I can separate the art from the artist as well. The Cosby Show still gets played in my house. Yeah, I mean, that's just how I am. I've never watched the Cosby Show. It's just not my cup of tea. But yeah, I would do the same thing. I mean, and my thing with stuff like that is the people have already made their millions. Like, I can fully get behind I don't even know what the kid did because, like I said, I don't keep up with celebrity news. For the like, obviously, if I'm on the internet, sometimes I just come across stuff like the James Marsden thing. But I don't even know what this kid did. Who is the kid that was just starring in that movie, The Flash, last year? There was some kind of uproar about people being mad that the studio came out with the movie. Apparently, he did something. I don't even know what he did. But I feel like stuff like that may be a little different. Like, if it's a person who does something diabolical right now, and then after doing something diabolical, they release like a movie or a show, I feel like that's a little different because, yeah, you're actively kind of giving that person money. But when it's something like the Cosby, like, the man already got rich off that. Like, when it's like something old, I just feel like they already made and yeah, you still get, obviously residuals, but I'm just like, they already. Yeah, Ezra Miller. I don't even know what the kid did, but there was like a huge like uproar. Like, people were mad about him being in that movie, The Flash, because apparently he did something that people were mad about. I can kind of get behind that, but if I remember correctly, I think the studio had already like filmed the movie before he got in trouble. So like, money had already been spent. But I completely get like, oh, I'm not going to watch The Flash because Ezra Miller did whatever the hell he did. But if it's like, who is that guy that I really like, who was like sexually assaulting men? Who was that? Oh Lord. Kevin Spacey. If it's somebody like a Kevin Spacey, like, he's already made tons of movies and made tons of money. Like, to me, it just doesn't make sense to not watch American Beauty because finding out Kevin Spacey did something 40 years after he made a you know what I mean? Now, if Kevin Spacey tried to make a movie right now and somebody's like, oh, I'm not going to watch it, I understand that. But I don't understand not going to watch like the old stuff that has already been made. But that's just me. But I know everybody, I'm going to watch the Usual Suspects. I mean, I am. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. But Kevin Spacey is disgusting and diabolical. Absolutely. When actors start believing in their own act, that is when it goes all wrong for them. It is like a virus with some of them. I think that's completely separate. Like, if you're I feel like if you're essaying people, I kind of feel like, does that even have anything to do with celebrity? Like, I don't know. Maybe it does. I don't know. But I think there's a difference between like being a celebrity and being high on yourself and full of yourself and essaying people. Like, I think that's two completely different things. Child, don't let me get rich and famous because I'm gonna be damn hell full of myself. But I'm not gonna be essaying people. Like, I just feel like that's two different things. But I do feel like it is kind of mixed in a way because it's a series of like getting away with things and like not being accountable. Like, I remember I had this conversation with somebody a little while ago, and I was like, I would never, first of all, I just don't believe in being a millionaire or a billionaire. But I was like, I would never want to be rich. I would only want to be financially stable because I don't ever want to live a life where like there are no limits for me. Like, I can buy anything, I can do anything, everybody caters to me. I feel like that's dangerous. Like, I would never want to live a life like that. I would, like, outside of me just morally feeling like being a billionaire and a millionaire is just like morally wrong. I just would never want to be a billionaire or a millionaire, because I would never want to live a life where like there's no boundaries. Like, I don't know, that sounds crazy to me. Like, who knows what kind of monster I could be if I was accustomed to like living a life of there's no boundaries. I can just do anything I want to do. I'm not accountable to anyone. I could buy my way out of anything. Like, that sounds dangerous to me. Like, I wouldn't want to ever live like that. Ezra Miller choked a young pregnant choked a young pregnant woman fan violently live on video. Then he did some other stuff live on video. Then he ran off with an what? What? Is this for real? What in the hell? Ezra Miller, he kidnapped his girlfriend, and I think he booked for what? I ain't know. I just knew it was an uproar. Lord Jesus, I ain't know none of that, because I went to the theater to see The Flash to review it for my channel, because I'm not even a comic book person. But around that time, I was trying to get into the whole comic book movies and trying to see the hype. I think around that time I also saw Black Adam, which was my first DC movie I ever saw, and I went to the theaters to see The Flash. I did not know that young man did all that. Like, literally, I knew people were in the uproar, and I knew people were like mad about something he did in real life. I was thinking he was like drinking and driving. Maybe he was drugging. Like, I did not know he was doing nothing that diabolical. Jesus. Wow. Yeah. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I'm flabbergasted. I can't even really react to that. Lord. Wow. And then that's also why I said I feel like it has nothing to do with celebrity, because is Ezra Miller even a big celebrity? I never knew him to be in anything but that movie, The Flash. Like, did he even do anything before The Flash? Like, was he a big name, a big celebrity? I didn't know who he was before that movie. Wow. I'm flabbergasted. I'm honestly kind of speechless. Like, that's psychotic. Wow. Jonathan Majors was on his way up. Then that DV scandal came out about him almost 2 years ago. Yeah. I don't be wanting to know people real life. I don't. I like Jonathan Majors. I thought he was really talented. I liked his movies. What was that TV show he played in that they unjustly canceled that I love, that Michael K. Williams was in? What was that dang movie? I mean TV show. What was that TV? Lovecraft Country. I like Lovecraft Country. Yeah. It's insane. But then it's like I also be dealing with the conundrum of, like, do we ever let people now certain stuff I feel like you just can't come back from. Like, if you hard R word people or SA people, like, child, okay, whatever, like, you just gone forever. But okay, so Jonathan, I'm not even clear what Jonathan Majors did. I know it was DV, but I don't think it was like SA or anything like that. So it's like a part of me feel like, okay, is he ever allowed to come back? Like, do we ever? I don't know. But yeah, Jonathan Majors was literally on the rise. That was another one of those comic book movies that I had saw. I can't remember what it was. It was a terrible movie though. Jonathan Majors played a villain in one of those superhero movies. Damn, I can't remember what it was called. I know I reviewed it on my channel. I know it was a terrible movie, but I can't remember what it was. But like, yeah, he was the one of the biggest things, biggest, hottest new, stars. Jonathan Majors incident happened not far from me. Heard about it from my. Oh wow, wow. Ezra Miller was supposed to be in the next Fantastic Beasts movies 4 and 5. He was already in 1, 2. Oh, I never heard of that young man. Okay, so he already had like a resume. I never heard of him. One thing about being a millionaire or billionaire, you can't trust nobody. That too. That too. Like I be thinking, yeah, that too. And literally, like I'm the type of person, and I'm just a polo black girl. I really ain't got nothing. But I'm so paranoid when it comes to like talking to people about money. I do not talk. I don't even tell my best friend like what money I make. Like I feel like, I don't know if I watch my true crime. Like you not finna kill me for $1,000. Like you not finna come. But I remember watching Forensic Files, and it was this couple. It was a man and his wife, and I think he was like a teacher. And he had some kind of really expensive coin collection. This man was literally so nice and so giving. You asked him for money, he would give it to you. He was trying to be there for his students, like the type of teacher that goes above and beyond. Why one of the students broke into his house, killed him and his wife to steal the expensive little coin collection? I don't need nobody trying to kill me for the money. I ain't got shit. No, I ain't got nothing. I would be so paranoid. No way. I literally feel like me personally, I would, because I do aspire to write and direct film. If I ever in some alternate world got to a point where like I wrote a film, directed a film, and like got paid like $10 million, I'm literally giving it away. Like literally, like I'm not even joking. I don't want that money. Like I don't. First of all, I think money like that corrupts, but also I just feel like it's not morally right for me to hoard $10 million when like there's people that gotta work 2 jobs. Just like I would literally give most of it away. Like literally, like take it, go. I don't even want to see it to give my little cut so that me and my family could be comfortable and financially stable, and I'm gonna give the rest of it away. Like I can't, and I don't even want nobody to know. I see that's something else. I would never want to be like, you know how you hear about an actor or Quentin Tarantino or somebody and they get like $50 million. I don't even want the world to hear, direct the nigga. Don't tell the world. I don't want people trying to kill me. Like I just be so paranoid that, and I don't even know. It's ridiculous. It reminds me of men that be so paranoid that a woman gonna use them for money that they ain't even got. Like if they hear Tyrese baby mama is getting like $1 million a month for child support, then they like, baby, you ain't even got $1 million. So I don't know why I'm paranoid about people killing me for money I don't have. But I really am. Like I don't be wanting people to know I got nothing. Like please don't bother me. Please don't bother me. I don't have shit. Don't try to kill me. Literally so paranoid when it comes to stuff like that. I would it's a lot of reasons why I would never want money like that. I don't want to get killed. First of all, like do not try to get. And when I tell you that episode of Forensic Files was so sad. Like this man, like I feel like the student that broke in and killed him and robbed him, if the student would have like asked him and said I need help, and he would have helped him. Like this man was literally so nice. I can't. No, it's scary. It's woo, it's scary. It's scary. No, Nikki, keep the money. This is in case you get sick because you can pay the major medical bills. When I tell you, that's exactly why I wouldn't keep it. Because and then I'm not saying I would keep zero. I'm not stupid. Like we need money to live. Money makes the world go round. Like you need money to live. I only care about being financially stable. I don't need excess. And that reason right there is why I would give most of it away, because I feel like most Americans are like a medical catastrophe away from being homeless. Like if somebody get cancer right now, if somebody, needs surgery right now, like if most Americans live in check to check, like if a real emergency happened, like they out on their ass. Like I would give it away. Like I most of it I would make sure that me and my family are comfortable and secure and taken care of, and everything else got to go. Like I don't need $10 million to be secure and comfortable. Like I don't need that money. What happened to Tyrese? He had terrible lawyers. I never understand what, like, you have access to so much. I would think you would have like top tier grade A lawyer. And Tyrese is somebody else. When we was talking about not wanting to know people's personal life, when I tell you I love Tyrese down, I have always gone so hard for Tyrese. Tyrese truly, truly reminds me a lot. Just how he looks and his personality reminds me a lot of my brother that passed away. Like, I feel like every time I would see Tyrese, he would be smiling, he would be joking. Like, I used to love Tyrese, and I used to always feel like Tyrese was very underrated as an actor. I think Tyrese is so talented when it comes to acting. Flight of the Phoenix, Legion. Like, I think he is truly, truly Transformers. Like, he is so talented. Then, child, in recent years, this nigga been on the internet just acting a damn donkey, acting a fool. And I'm just like, Tyrese, you're making it so hard for me to say that I like you, bro. Like, I need to see, this is why I need celebrities to just don't be in the public eye. Like, I need Tyrese to get the hell off social media. I don't even follow Tyrese no more. I used to follow Tyrese on Instagram. I have not followed him in years because I just cannot. I can't with Tyrese is batshit crazy. He's misogynistic. Like, I can't with Tyrese. I can't. But if he make a movie that's good, I'm gonna show up. But yeah, that I don't like. See, that's why I gotta be separate. I gotta be separate. Tyrese put his business out on the internet. I say handle your stuff privately. I don't know. I'm not really a proponent of telling people keep your business off social media. Like, it's your business. You can put it wherever the hell you want to put it. Like, am I putting my business on social media? No, but that's what I choose to do with my business. If you choose to put your business on social media, that's your business. Like, I'm not one of those people who say keep your business off social media. It's not my business to tell nobody where the hell to put their business. But once your business is on social media, now I got to judge you. And now that Tyrese put his business all on the internet, I'm just like, oh Lord, Tyrese. Oh Lord, Tyrese, please. But my favorite gift to send people is his "What do you want from me" gift. So thank you, Tyrese, for that one. Because that is the number one used gift in my phone. Is Tyrese crying and saying, "What more do you want from me?" Oh my God. But yeah, I feel like I'm not one of those, like, don't put your relationship online. No, child, do whatever the hell you want to do. It's like, it's your relationship. It's your business. Put it whatever the hell. Put it on the billboard for all I give a damn. Tyrese saved the Fast and Furious franchise. Oh my God. Too Fast, Too Furious. Oh my, yo, that movie's so underrated. That movie's so underrated. I loved when Tyrese was added to the Fast and the Furious franchise. His main character I like in those movies. Yeah, love Roman. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think and I hate to see, it's like, I don't know if he has been taking on these roles for the money, but I hate to see Tyrese's career go where it's been going. Like, he made a horrible move with Jeremy Pivens about a prison that I was watching. He has made a string of, like, I don't even want to call them B movies, like, just these real low budget, straight to blockbuster ass movies. And I'm like, is Tyrese doing this for the money? To pay old girl? Like, what is he doing? Like, baby, you had a resume. You were in some of the biggest movies and two of the biggest franchises. You were in Transformers and Fast and the Furious. Like, baby, you have a real resume. Like, what are you doing, Tyrese? I'm going to assume that he has been taking on these roles for the money, since he has all of this stuff going on now with two women. He had I don't know if he married her. Was he married to the first lady he had a baby with? But I know he has an older daughter that he still, got to pay for and go through. And then now he got the new ex-wife and new daughter. So I don't know if he's been taking on these, like, just taking on any job because he need the money. But I'm just like, Tyrese, what is you doing, baby? Because Tyrese, you had a real career. You had a real resume. Like, you were legit in these acting streets. Like, I don't know what the hell. But hell, damn, Jeremy Pivens was in a movie. And Tyrese played another terrible movie with a legend. John Malkovich. He played in oh God, that movie was bad. Oh, that movie was fucking bad. So yeah, I guess Jeremy Pivens need the money too, and I guess John Malkovich need the money too. So it ain't just Tyrese Chad, because he in the movie with like other actors that have real names and real resumes. So I never understand stuff like this. But I will say I do get that it's a lot of components that make a good movie. Like you have good movies with bad actors, you have bad actors in good movies, good actors in bad movies. Like just reading a script isn't always indicative of if a movie is going to be good. But it just feel like Tyrese is just, I don't know what he doing. Because it's just a string of these low production value brand movies. I don't know. Hey, honestly, thank you for being here in the live. Oh my God. Anakin, every time I see Tyrese, I think his Django. My no. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. When I funniest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Yo, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. We got to see. Oh, baby, we gotta do it. Hold on. We gotta do it. We have to. I don't know why you brought that up and thought I wasn't about. Wait, what the hell? No, baby, where's we at? What? No, baby, look. No, I need to be in you. Where's YouTube? How do I get to YouTube? God damn it. Not the studio. No, take me to YouTube. Here we go. How do I switch the screen that I am sharing? Share this tab instead. Here we go. Tyrese Django Unchained audition. Yo. Which one of these is the one?
We live in a world full of media.
Now, come on now, child. Anybody got time for this? Can y'all hear the audio? Because y'all got to hear this. No, wait a minute. This ain't the clip I saw. Where is the clip of him screaming? I restart. What the hell? I just want my. Where is my? No, this ain't the. I need the one I saw. There's one where he is literally like screaming.
Please!
Here it is!
Please! No!
This is it! Oh my God. This is it. This the one I wanted.
Please! Please! No!
Oh my God. I freaking love Tyrese. I love Tyrese. See, when I see that, it makes me like him all over again. No, like, yo, when I tell you, my baby had a whole production team for audition tape. Like, baby out in the desert. He crying tears of dirt, wiping tears of dirt off. Baby, I love Tyrese. I'm sorry. I do. Nothing can get me to hate Tyrese. Yo, that was, when I tell you, I watch that all the time. Yo, let me get my horror movie off the ground. You know who I'm calling? Motherfucking Tyrese Gibson. That's who I'm calling. I need Tyrese. You know what? I want Tyrese for the cold open. You know how you open the horror movie with a cold open and you gotta kill somebody? It's gonna be Tyrese. Tyrese gonna be the first kill in the opening of my movie. I need Tyrese. Somebody hook me up with Tyrese. Call Tyrese. Tyrese dedicated like a mug. Tyrese talented. Tyrese is unintentionally funny. I love Tyrese. I love him. Like, yo, I don't know why you brought that up, because you knew I had to play it. You knew I had to play it. Yes, he was so serious. And that's what makes it even more funny. Like, that makes it even more. I love Tyrese. I love Tyrese. Oh my God. Literally, that is, oh my God. I need somebody to put that on like a DVD for me so I can just have it for the rest of my life. Like, I need that audition tape as a part of my physical media. Like, I need it. Like, for real. Like, I'm dead serious. Who can make that happen? Who can make that happen? No! Like, oh my God. That's... Yo, I'm so serious. I need Tyrese. I need Tyrese for my film. I need Tyrese. When I tell you, I don't want nobody else. I don't want nobody else. They can put anybody in front of me and I'm going to say, no, I need Tyrese. No, they can bring me, Dan Stevenson want to be in your movie. No, I don't want Dan Stevenson. I want Tyrese. Like, I'm not even playing. I love Tyrese. See, anytime I be annoyed with Tyrese, baby, he can turn it around real quick. He can turn it around and I'll be like, you know what? That's why I like Tyrese. That's why I like Tyrese. No! When he wiped away the dirty tear, oh, I love it. But like, who is doing this? I have watched the audition tape of like the Game of Thrones people. Like, I have seen a lot of actors audition tape. Who is doing full-on production and going out in the middle of the motherfucking desert for audition tape? Nobody but Tyrese Gibson. Nobody but Tyrese Gibson. I freaking love that. How did that even get leaked? Did Tyrese leak that? Like, how did the public get access to that audition tape? I love Tyrese. I love Tyrese. No Tyrese Gibson slander shall prosper. I'm gonna talk shit about Tyrese because he be acting a fool on a goddamn social media. But I love Tyrese. Yo, I swear, if you're down, if you're depressed, you know what? If you live in a red state, if you scared to walk your dog because you black and you scared to get shot, go look at that Tyrese tape and it will brighten your day. It will brighten your mood. You know what? That's all we need for world peace. Bring the world together. Let the whole world see Tyrese audition tape and we could all just get along. Okay, I'm sorry. But that is literally the funniest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, literally. Who says comedy is dead? Comedy is still very, very much alive, sir. Because when I tell you, that was literally, oh my God. I love that freaking audition. I don't know how the public got access to that. But baby, when I tell you, Nikki Tyrese should have been. Oh my God. Now he hasn't fallen that far. He hasn't fallen that far now. Now come on now. I wish I would walk out of my apartment building to get my DoorDash and it's motherfucking Tyrese Gibson. The way I would fall out, the way I would invite him upstairs and say, sir, I got to talk to you about this horror movie I'm trying to do. Like, the way Tyrese. Now look, Tyrese, I can't pay you more than DoorDash can, but we can put something together, sir. Like, I swear to God, they can bring me anybody and I will literally say, no, I want Tyrese. They can say, Nikki, you won't believe this. Ethan Hawke want to be in your movie. No, I don't want Ethan Hawke. I want Tyrese. I need Tyrese. Like, I love Tyrese so much. Like, I love Tyrese. You can't tell me that Tyrese is literally not one of the most entertaining, like, unintentionally entertaining people on the planet. Like, he is so hilarious. I remember he did a Breakfast Club interview recently, and I don't even get down to Breakfast Club, but I watched some clips of that interview and I was dying. Like, Tyrese is so unintentionally entertaining. He is so unintentionally funny. Lord, okay, let me get myself together. Because I don't know why you brought that up. Anytime anybody brings up that Tyrese audition tape, I have to play it. Like, I have to do it. Oh my God. That brightened my day. That always brightens my day. That is just so freaking funny. I love Tyrese. And Tyrese actually, before this string of him doing these like low tier movies, he actually had really great resume. Like, he had a really great look. Tyrese had really good movies in his catalog. Okay, hold on, because what we not finna do is sleep on Tyrese Gibson as if that man ain't very talented and made some really amazing movies. Where is here we go. Tyrese has movies. He has had some really great roles. Okay, we not finna sleep on Tyrese Gibson. This man has a resume. Love Tyrese. Let me see. Where is... I hate navigating IMDb online because I'm so used to going on my phone. See, we're not finna count this recent stuff. Okay, we not. And you know what? I didn't even think Morbius was as bad as people made it out to be. I watched Morbius. What was Morbius? Morbius was on Netflix. Wait, I just want the movies he's acted in, not produced. Morbius was not as terrible as people was saying. Okay, not his look. I'm talking about when we get to his real career. Okay, the career starts with Baby Boy. Too Fast, Too Furious. Like, I'm not Baby Boy is a classic. Too Fast, Too Furious is a classic. Phoenix is a good ass movie. I love Out of the Phoenix. Four Brothers was good. Annapolis was good. Waist Deep was good. Transformer. Like, he made a string of some great movies. The Take, Death Race, Revenge of the Fallen. Legion is my shit. Legion, why we never got the sequel to Legion? Why we never got the sequel to Legion? Of course, all the Fast sequels, the Transformers sequels. I don't know what some of this stuff is, child. But Tyrese got a real good resume. He was good. I don't know why we got so little of him in Morbius, but Morbius was not as bad as they made. Now, this is when we get the string of the terrible movies. The System. This is the one I was just now telling y'all about with Jeremy Pivens. I don't know, sir. I don't know what they was doing. I don't know why Jeremy Pivens was in this. I don't know why Tyrese, Terrence Squiller, like, I don't see blood. Yeah, see. Then it gets crazy. Then it goes downhill. But Tyrese is talented as hell. Tyrese is talented. He got, like, I have seen Fight of the Phoenix so many times, and Tyrese is so freaking talented in that movie. That is a good ass movie. Legion is my ish. That is a good ass movie. Like, Tyrese is talented. I don't care what nobody say. Morbius, I liked Morbius. I when I tell you, people were dogging Morbius out. They were dogging the hell out of that movie. I finally got around to watching it. It was on Netflix. I was like, this isn't terrible. Like, this, it wasn't terrible. Did it have some flaws? Yeah, but I was like, why is people going crazy about this movie like that? Like, it was not that dramatic. Yeah, Tyrese was in more than just the first Transformers. He was in, I want to say, like, the first 3 when Shia LaBeouf was there. And that was actually, like, one of my favorite things about Transformers was the army guys. Love Tyrese. Left cheek. Love Tyrese in Transformers. I love, like, the whole military guys was, like, my favorite thing about Transformers. Yeah, I love Tyrese. I like, no Tyrese slander shall prosper. But I'm gonna need him to get his ass off social media real quick. Like, sir, please, just please. But Lord Jesus, what else we got going on, y'all? Now, I did hear that we have confirmed Orphan 3. And not only have we confirmed Orphan 3, but the same girl that plays Esther is coming back. How long can we make this grown-ass woman look like a little girl? I'm just like, y'all, what? Like, why are we doing this? Sir, why? Why, sir? I don't understand. And I feel like I'm not even here for a third Orphan. I was very much here for the Orphan sequel. Like, yes, we meet Esther in the first one, but we need, we could go back. We could do a prequel. There's a lot to go back to. But at this point, we don't need a more Orphan. Like, we just don't. We just don't. I don't know what we're doing. But they also said Jamie Lee Curtis was talking about coming back for more Halloween movies. One thing Hollywood is bleed a well till it runs mother freaking dry. If Hollywood don't do nothing else, they gonna beat a dead horse. Like they gonna bleed a well till it run dry. We don't need no more Halloween movies. We don't need an Orphan 3. Oh Lord! And speaking of bleeding wells till they run dry in sequels, the Wayans brothers are coming back for what is it? Scary Movie 7. And I gotta be honest, I'm a bit confused on them coming back for Scary Movie 7 because I love the first two Scary movies. I haven't seen them since I was a teenager when they came out, but I never watched any of the follow-up Scary movies because they literally stole Scary Movie from the Wayans brothers. So I never watched the rest of them. So I'm confused, like I would think they wouldn't want no parts of this franchise at this point. Yeah, y'all started it, but once all that stuff happened, I would just make my own thing. Like, I don't know why we're coming back for Scary Movie 7. Like, why are we attaching that name to it? And I gotta be honest, as much as I love the Wayans brothers, as many classics as they have, I don't have a lot of faith in a new Scary movie. I mean, I just don't. I just don't. And I think Marlon is actually still really funny. There was a stand-up special that Marlon Wayans did recently that I actually really enjoyed. I think the bulk of the special, he was talking about the Will Smith slap and Chris Rock. But it was actually really good. I thought he did better jokes about the Chris Rock slap than Chris Rock did. So it's not that I don't think they're still funny. I just don't have faith in a new parody movie. Now, do I think there's a ton you could parody from the last 10 years of horror? Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially all this pretentious as elevated horror stuff. Like, oh, absolutely. Like, it could be gold. But I don't have faith. Like, my expectations are low. The bar is low. Like, I don't. And I mean, this is the people that brought us I'm Gonna Get Your Sucker and Don't Be a Menace to Society While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. And the first two Scary movies, like, they do parody, like, they're gods of parody. Like, absolutely. But I mean, I just don't have faith. I mean, I don't. I don't. I just really don't. Jeremy Pivens has been referred to as a bit of a pain on the set actor, perhaps a reason he is seldom seen on movies or TV. I love Jeremy Pivens. Love Jeremy Pivens. But I also kind of side-eye these when people say people are like a pain on set. Like, what does that even mean? Like, what do you mean a pain on set? Like, I just feel like that you could label a lot of things. Someone's a pain on set. Like, is he what is it? What is it exactly that he's doing? Because they also talked a lot of ish about what's my guy? Wesley Snipes when he was doing Blade. And I'm sitting here like, all of it sounds fine to me. He is the type of actor, he stayed in Blade character the whole time. Okay, so like when people be saying, and like he was very like involved creatively, he had certain, and I'm saying like, okay, so, but they said Wesley Snipes was a pain. Nope, I don't think he was a pain, sir. Like, he had a certain way of doing things, and y'all should have listened to his creative stuff because Blade 3 was not where it was at. Y'all should have listened to Wesley. So yeah, I kind of side out people be like, oh, someone's a pain on set. Does it just mean that they're not going to just go along to get along? Like, is this a prequel or a sequel or I don't know. All I saw was that the girl, they confirmed Orphan 3 and old girl is coming back. I just don't know how much longer we can have this girl play. I don't know. Do we even know yet? Oh, we do know a little something. Cast story and everything we know. The surprise success of 2022's Orphan First Kill has opened the door for another sequel, and there are already exciting updates about Orphan 3. The series stars Isabel Furman. How old is Isabel? She gotta be like 30. I don't know. I don't have a clue. I just yelled out a number. But I don't know how she keep playing a little girl. A murderous con woman who disguises herself as a 9-year-old girl serving as a prequel to Orphan First, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what about Orphan 3? Here we go. Orphan First Kill did leave some plot cues and loose threads unresolved, which they could bring back in Orphan 3. The threequel sat in limbo for quite some time before news finally arrived. But Orphan 3 is not. Okay, where is the story news? Okay, First Kill screenwriter is coming back and the director is coming back. But what about the story? It was greenlit November 2024. Oh, damn. It was just greenlit. I guess we might not have nothing about the story yet. While it is unclear exactly when the third film will materialize, likely fans won't have to wait as long for Esther's return as they did for the first sequel. Yeah, it ain't no details on the actual movie. Oh, Orphan 3 story details. There's more to Esther's story to tell. Orphan First Kill ending establishes that Esther has a long-standing history of crime and violence. Director William Brent Bell talked about the same blah, 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 blah. I don't know. It just says 30 years of her life have yet to be explored. So I don't know. Leaves a lot of room for many of Esther's bizarre life experiences. Orphan 3 will probably fill in some of the gaps in those 3 decades, though it isn't clear what parts will be. It'll likely be a prequel. I don't think it's going to come up after the events of Orphan. I think it's going to be a prequel because they're talking about the 30 years of her life and filling in that gap. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to see that Anthony Mackie movie. But yeah, they don't have nothing yet. They don't have anything. Now, how the hell do I turn? Now, how did I turn off this screen share last time? How do I? Oh, here we go. I'm saying, like, how the hell I turn that off? But yeah, we don't have nothing yet. But it sounds like more than likely, I kind of feel like the only direction you can go is a prequel. I don't see how you can pick up after the events of Orphan, after the events with that family. Like you can't. It would have to be nothing but a prequel. Now, whether or not it'll be a prequel to the prequel is the question. Like, will it be a sequel to the prequel and we pick up after the events of First Kill, or will it be a prequel to the events of First Kill? That's the question. Because you know what? I was thinking when you said that you're talking about Orphan, but First Kill, is it going to be a sequel to First Kill or a prequel to First Kill? That is the question. I don't know. But yeah, we don't need it. We don't need it. Jeremy Piven has been called a prima donna. What the hell does that mean? What is a prima donna?
Here's the definition of prima donna. the chief female singer in an opera or opera company.
What? A very temperamental person with an inflated view of their own talent or importance. That new Anthony Mackie movie, also it has monsters in it. I really don't know much about it because y'all already know how I do, but it is on my watch list and I'm super excited to see it. I need to go back and check when the hell it comes out. But Jeremy Piven's being called a prima donna, a very temperamental person with an inflated view of their own talent or importance. I would still need more context. I'm sorry. I gotta be honest. I would still need more context. Like, who are you to say that I have an inflated view of my talent or my importance? Like, that kind of reminds me of when people have this whole thing about being humble. I hate when people say that. It irks me when people say be humble. I do not believe in that at all. Like, why would I feel like we can think so highly of anybody but ourselves, and then all of a sudden, like, it's an arrogance. Like, why can't you think highly of your own self or your own talent or your own importance? So I still would need more. Like, is he being a jerk to people? Like, is he treating people disrespectfully? Like, I would still, like, I'm sorry. I would still need more context. I would still need more context because very temperamental person. I'm temperamental. I'm particular. Like, especially if it's something I'm passionate about, like, I'm going to speak up. I'm going to speak my mind. Like, especially if you're talking about something you're doing, like, artistically. So yeah, I'm gonna need a little more content. Now, I'm not gonna be disrespectful to people. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean, be a I might be a jerk to people, but I won't be a jerk to people that don't deserve it. So I kind of need a little more context. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I need to know specifically what the hell Jeremy Piven was doing on the set. Was he smacking the PA? Like, what? Like, it reminds me of when people be talking about Anthony Mackie being a jerk because he has a hard rule that if he's not in work mode, he don't want to take no pictures. And I'm just like, why is that a jerk? Like, he don't want to take no picture. Like, if he's at a something with work, then he will gladly do it. But that man on his own time don't want to take no picture. So that's why I'm like, I be needing a little more context when people just say that a person is a prima donna or temperamental or they're a jerk or all this other stuff. So I thought I was the only one who had issues with the be humble. Oh, I hate the whole be humble. I absolutely hate it. And I'm very much like a definition kind of person. That's why I just looked up prima donna. Like, obviously I've heard prima donna and I know what people associate it with, but I'm very much a definition person. And if you look at the definition of humble, hold on. What is the definition of humble?
Here's the definition of humble.
Can y'all hear
showing
this?
A modest or low estimate of one's own importance.
The definition of humble: having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance. Why in the fuck would I do that? Having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance. No the hell. No the hell. I absolutely hate. Be humble. You should be humble. Be humble. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. No. Absolutely cannot. No, I cannot stand it. It always hurts my soul when people say that, because I feel like you can talk so highly and hold up a celebrity, somebody you look up to. Like, you can hold up so much except yourself. Like, I will never forget when I was like 14 or 15. And I used to get a lot of awards when I was younger. I got a lot of awards in school. I got a lot of awards for grades. For when I was playing basketball, I had awards. And I'll never forget, I used to always just be doing my room all the time, like rearranging my room. I did that a lot when I was growing up. So at one point, I made a whole wall with all of my awards and achievements. And like, I was very big into writing, and I had different stuff that I like wrote, and I put it all on my wall. And I will never forget my aunt coming to my room, looking at my wall, and telling me that I was acting a fool of myself. Because I'm proud of my accomplishments, because I want to put up the awards that were given to me, that not given to me, awards that I earned, like I'm full of myself because like I hate, and she literally was like, you should be humble. You gotta humble yourself because she said something about God. Cause black Southern ass people gonna always go to religion. She said something about God and like humbling myself. I will never forget that. And that was the dawn of me being like, I cannot stand this whole be humble thing. Like I absolutely hate how she made me feel when she said that. Like I literally was just like proud, like I remember when I was in, because I had like 5th grade. I don't know if anybody still remember Dare, but my poem, I wrote a poem for Dare that won, and they like chose my poem for like this whole Dare event. Like I had a lot of different stuff like when I was growing up, and I wanted to like, I remember I had it like all in a box. I didn't want it all sitting in the box. I wanted to like put it up, and I did not see anything wrong with that. Like I hate when people be like, be humble, I hate that. I hate that so motherfucking much. I don't have to be humble. Nope. And I don't think nobody should be humble. Absolutely not. You should think highly of yourself. You like, absolutely. I can't stand it. Nikki, I have met some arrogant actors and some are jerks with regular folks are very weird. Oh, now that's absolutely a completely different thing. That's why I'm like, was he? Because I absolutely do not get down with that. Like treating somebody a certain way because we all know those people who, I remember I had somebody like this in the office I worked in. Like the janitor and the people that come to clean would come in, they would be such an a-hole to those people, but let the CEO come in and they're a completely different person. That's different. Like that's completely different. But that's why I was like, okay, I need context of what exactly he was doing, because all the stuff I've heard when people be talking about Wesley Snipes, I'm just like, that don't sound bad to me. Like he wasn't being an a-hole to nobody. He wasn't, disrespecting them. Like that's why, like when people put labels on folks and say like they're difficult or they need to be humble or they're prima donna, like I be like, I need a little context. I can't just go with the names y'all slapping on these people. But yes, that is absolutely not acceptable. Like, just treating somebody a certain way because like they're a regular person or your classes or something like that. Yeah, that's absolutely different. Yeah, that's different. But yeah, Anakin, not Vader, you're not alone. I hate that be humble stuff. Like, absolutely, 100%. Can't stand it. Cannot stand it. But we have been here for almost 2 hours, guys. Do we have anything else to talk about or get into or ask me before I head out of this place? This place. Oh, I forgot. I did. You know what? I can't really talk about it though, but I did see Heretic. I put a poll up on a community tab to see what everyone was watching this weekend. And what I watched this weekend was Heretic, the new horror movie that I really knew nothing about. And I was actually kind of annoyed. Like, it's really hard, like, being the type of movie watcher that I am. I like to go into every movie as blind as possible. And people know that I don't watch trailers, so they typically tend to not tell me anything about a trailer. But I feel like people don't register how blind I like to go into movies, because, and if you want to go into Heretic like blind, like I'm not gonna give a spoiler, this is literally just a synopsis, but I was annoyed when I found this out. So if you don't even want to know the synopsis of Heretic, mute, okay? But I had someone who saw Heretic Friday and they told me the movie was about religion. And I was so annoyed because, like, I didn't know that. I didn't know the movie was about religion. And that's literally, it's not a spoiler. It's just like, it's basically the synopsis of the movie. But I was so irked that I had to go into the movie already knowing that it was about religion. That's what I'm like, I feel like it's so aggravating being the type of movie audience that I am. Because like I said, obviously people they know not to give me spoilers, but I just feel like they don't they underestimate just how blindly I want to go into a movie. I literally do not even want to know the synopsis. And I don't know if that sounds melodramatic. I don't know if it sounds crazy, but I like to go into a movie literally as blind as I possibly can. Like I just said with the Anthony Mackie movie. I really don't know what that movie is about. Like, I think it's called Monster, so yeah, it got something to do with Monster, but I literally don't know what the movie is about. Like, I like that. Like, to me, it just makes for a much more enjoyable experience for me. And I feel like, I really do feel like it ruined a lot of my enjoyment of Heretic, knowing that it was about religion before I went in. Like I said, I know I probably sound melodramatic. It's not a spoiler. It's literally what the movie is about. It's literally the synopsis, but it really irked me that I found that out. Like, I'm just like, Lord, I don't want to hear none of this. Like, I was watching before I saw Heretic, In Love with Horror. If you're not following them, go check them out. They did a live today about their thoughts and feelings on the election, Tony Todd passing, like just like a little live they did. Great live, loved it. I reposted it on my Instagram because I loved everything they were saying about the election. But once they got to the part where they was like they saw Heretic, baby, I had to check out. And they didn't give no spoilers. Like, anytime, I don't want to hear anything about a movie I haven't seen. I don't. I don't know. I just want to be I just feel like I've come to that conclusion. Number one, I stopped watching movie trailers because they just give away too much. But I have had some of my best movie experiences when I just suddenly find a movie and just watch it. I'll never forget seeing the movie Cube for the first time when I was a kid. Me and my mama just ran. We ain't know nothing about Cube. Didn't like just ran, and like I love those moments. Or like the movie that I recommended when we were doing KillerCon, Hidden. I didn't know anything about that movie, and I literally had one of the best movie watching experiences of my life. I just feel like I just want to be as blind as possible. I don't want to know anything. I don't want to know what color shirt somebody is wearing. Like, I don't want to know a damn thing. So and the movie is good. I just really feel like I probably would have thought the movie was great if I didn't. I gave it a 3-star out of 5-star on Letterboxd, and my 1-line review says, "I'm not sure if I'm a believer or not." Obviously a play on the movie being about religion, but curse that person who told me. I know myself, and I just really feel like I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more if I did not know that before going into the movie. What about a watch along of the movie The Exorcist, the director's cut? I'm not the biggest fan of The Exorcist to want to rewatch it. No, I've never seen a director's cut. Like, it's a good movie. I like the movie. I've probably seen it twice in my entire life, and I have no desire to ever see it again. Now, Exorcist 3, I love that movie. I would rewatch that. And I love the Exorcist prequel, The Exorcist Beginning, with the Skarsgård dad. I would watch that. But the original, The Exorcist, I just have no desire to watch it again. And we already have a lot of watch-alongs coming up. Which of course we could squeeze in one more, but it would not be The Exorcist. Thank you for the suggestion, Equalizer, but I just have no desire to watch it. That's how it was with me when I seen Back to the Future for the first time. I knew nothing about it. See that, I just really feel like it literally just creates the best movie. Like, to just go into it blind, and everything that is happening you're watching is just new, and it's just like you've never seen it, you don't know nothing about it. Like, I just love those type of experiences. And it's like so hard now that I'm on like YouTube and do movies, because people just always want to like tell me about a movie, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. And it's not even spoilers. Like, I'm so grateful that I have such a respectful community. Like, I have not had issues with people spoiling stuff, but I know that to a regular minded person, the stuff they're saying isn't spoilers, because they're not. But to my type of me, they're spoilers for me. Like they're spoiling my experience. So it's like so frustrating. Like I get it because of the space I'm in now. Like especially a horror movie, people always want to run to me like, hey, you know, this movie did it. And I just want to be like, shut the fuck up. I ain't seen it yet. Shut the fuck up. But like I couldn't even say nothing like before they like said it. I didn't even have a chance to be like, wait, no, like, oh, I'm really disappointed. And I'm more disappointed because I feel like I've been getting a lot of shit that I have not liked anything this year. And this is yet another movie. Like I said, it's a good movie, but I can't say I like, it's yet another movie that I can't like rave about. And I feel like it's this person's fault because they ruined it for me. Like, I really feel like I probably would have walked out raving about this movie if I didn't go in knowing what I knew. And I'm so frustrated. And when I think about it, the shit I've been getting is true. Because I tried to go back. I really haven't liked much this year. I really haven't liked much this year. It's crazy. But, you know, sometimes it be like that. It sucks. But yeah, I would absolutely say if you haven't seen Heretic, it's worth the watch. I mean, I would honestly say don't pay your money. Like, wait till it's on TV. like I don't think it's worth spending $20 at the theater. But that's just my opinion. You know, y'all, you make your own decision. I just say my opinion of a movie, and then y'all, you know, y'all grown. Y'all do whatever y'all want to do. But I would say it's worth the watch. But I would wait until it's like streaming on TV. Maybe it'll go to Peacock or HBO or something. But I personally don't think it's worth $20 at the theater. I don't. That's exactly how I feel, Vanessa. Like, I feel like it was okay. Like, but I really truly feel like I probably would have loved it if this person would have shut the fuck up. And I feel like it's one of those movies. Have you ever seen a movie and you like walk out and you don't even know how you feel yet? Like, that's kind of how I feel about Heretic. I feel like I don't even know how I feel yet. Like, I feel like I got to kind of sit with it. Like I don't really know like how I feel in depth, but I just feel like it was kind of meh for me, and I'm annoyed it was meh. And maybe it's not even this person's fault. Maybe I'm blaming them and it's unwarranted. Maybe even if I would have gone in as blind as I wanted and they hadn't told me that, maybe I still would have felt meh about the movie. But I'm blaming them. I'm blaming them. I feel like it's their fault. It's their fault. I want to blame them because I don't want no more crap about I didn't like nothing this year. Because this is yet another movie that I can't really like. Literally, we're in November. We are in November, and I do not have a top 10 favorite movies of this year. November. This is the first time since I started my channel that I do not have a top 10 for the end of the year. Top 10 best. We getting to the wire when it's time for me to do the year-end wrap-up content, and I do not have 10 best movies of the year. And I mean, time winding down. I'm hoping Nosferatu gonna be on the list, but we got some stuff coming out that I hope is gonna really be heavy hitters. And I have some stuff that I have not seen yet. But I have seen most of like the big movies that everyone has been talking about. But of course, y'all know a lot of my favorite movies are typically some of the like I saw Last Straw. I haven't heard anybody talking about Last Straw. So maybe there are some movies that are still on my watch list that aren't like the big movies that, because of course, you know, the movies like Abigail, like all the stuff everybody's been talking about, Romulus, I've seen all of those. But there are movies that aren't like the big box office horror movies that are still on my watch list to see. So maybe some of those will make my top 10. But I literally do not have 10 best movies for this year, and we're in 11th month of the year. Like, that's psychotic. Like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. So it's not just me. It's not just me. So it's not just me. Movie trailers are annoying. Yes, like when I tell you, I do not understand how people even still watch trailers. Like, I truly don't. Now, the only thing I will do is if I'm like super, super hyped and excited for a movie, just can't wait, I will watch the what's that little short trailer called? Oh shoot. There's like a teaser trailer. I remember when I was so excited to see Alien Romulus, just couldn't wait. Now I saw the Alien Romulus teaser trailer that was only like a few seconds. I will do that. Now, it's not often that I do that, but I will do a teaser trailer if I'm just super hyped and like can't wait for a movie. But I literally cannot remember the last time I saw a full movie trailer. It's literally been a few years. Like, I do not do movie trailers at all. Nope. Like, I don't understand how people still watch them. I was forced to watch the trailer for Speaking No Evil remake when I went to see Alien Romulus, and it spoiled the original version for me. I literally will walk out of the theater. Like, I'm not even playing. I like to like go to the theater super late, and I'm not walking in the theater for the movie until literally the movie is starting. Like, I can't do it. I'm not doing trailers. And I have heard a lot of people, when I say like, how you still be watching trailers? A lot of people say, well, when you go to the theater, don't walk into the actual theater. I don't know how it is everywhere else, but the theaters that I go to, you literally have like assigned seating. So it's not like you got to hurry in there to get a seat like we had to do back in the day. You know, you didn't have assigned seats back in the day. You had to just hurry up in the theater so you could get a good seat. It's not like that no more. At least not the theaters that I have been going to. You literally have assigned seating. Do not walk in that motherfucker until the movie is literally about to start. Like, don't go in. And sometimes the trailer's so loud, I literally have to kind of walk away from the theater that I'm going in. Like, sometimes you can't even stand right outside because you'll hear it. I will literally just walk. And I remember I would be like, if you're in a theater with somebody who doesn't mind trailers, be like, hey, text me when the trailers are over. Like, trust me, it's a get around. Because I haven't watched a trailer in a few years. There's a get around. Even if you go to the theater, there's a get around. I do not like the Terrifier franchise. How come you don't like the Terrifier franchise, Ronald? I like the Terrifier franchise. Oh, okay, let me rephrase that. Because I love Terrifier. The original Terrifier movie, I love that movie. T2 and T3, I like them. I enjoy them. There are things about them that I like. But I prefer the first Terrifier where I like where it's about Art the Clown just effing people up. And I don't like adding Sienna. And I know everybody goes up for Sienna. I don't think this was the type of franchise where we needed a final girl. I like the way the first movie went. And I feel like each subsequent movie should have followed a group that dies. Like, Art wins in every movie. He takes everybody out in every movie. But people was complaining that it wasn't no storyline in the first one. Even though I'm like, there was a story. There's a clown killing people on Halloween night. That's the story. We follow two girls who are came out after a party getting some pizza and they become one of his victims. That's the story. Like, what y'all mean it wasn't no story? That's story. But when you get into all of the Sienna Christ storyline and the magical sword, they lose me. I'm sorry, they lose me with that. They lose me. They lose me. And it's just yeah. But I like Terrifier. But like, I mean, I do. Sorry, I like the gore and the mayhem and the murder. Who getting booed, Darfelina? Nope, I love the first one. Yes, that's exactly how I feel. Like, when I did my my T3 review, my Terrifier 3 review, I ranked the franchise in there and it was literally T1 at the top. Like, that's my favorite. That's the style of Terrifier that I personally really like. Now, are there things about T2 and T3 that I like? Yes. But the story and following Sienna and her family, like all that loses me. All of that loses me. Like I can't. OG Terrifier is superior to me, but I love T2 as well. Or T2 too. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only, because I literally have seen everybody put T1 at the bottom of their Terrifier ranking. Literally everybody. And I'm just like, why is the first one not getting the love? Like, I don't get it. Honestly, T2 is pretty forgettable for me as far as the story. Like, it is so hard for me to really remember T2 when it comes to Sienna and them. I remember like the kills. I remember Art. I remember the pale faced girl. Was the newscast, was that the first Terrifier or the second one? Like, I feel like I remember like the murders and stuff, but I can't actually remember the story and following the people in T2. I absolutely remember everything about T1. Going to that pizza place, calling her sister, going into that building that the guy was like cleaning up. Like, I remember all that. But once we get to T2, I'm just like, I know it was Sienna, her brother, but I really can't like fully remember the movie. Reason I don't like it because I don't like Art the Clown character, and it was bland. I think that is supposed to be. I don't mind the gore because I like Hostel and Saw, but something missing in the T movies for me. I am very surprised to hear you say you do not like Art the Clown. That is the highlight of the movie for me. That was my biggest gripe with T3 is I felt like we were pulling too much attention and focus away from Art the Clown. Like, I don't want all this focus and attention on Sienna and her family, her little obnoxious ass little cousin. Like, I want the attention on Art the Clown. Like, that's the highlight for me. So that is so interesting that that's actually the aspect that you do not like. I love Art the Clown. I think Art the Clown is a horror icon. Like, he is so fun. I love the person playing him. He is always my favorite. Now, I've heard people say that, like, he's too over the top, and I like all of that stuff. I really like all of that stuff. I don't know. And I'm confused with saying it was bland. I don't know if that's supposed to be bland or blah, but either way, of all the critiques, I'm not seeing bland and I'm not seeing blah. Like, of all the and I've seen a ton of critiques for Terrifier, and there's a lot of critiques, even though I like Terrifier, that I agree with. But bland or blah, I'm not saying it. Like, I feel like that's the last thing you could call Art the Clown is bland or blah. Yeah, that's not registering for me, Ronald. That's not registering for me. But hey, that's just me personally. Yeah, I love Art. I just want us to scale it back to the way we did the first Terrifier. And even though, that's why I'm like, even though on a production value, like T3 is definitely a better made film, better quality film than T1, but I don't feel like this is the type of movie. To me, Terrifier is the type of movie where it needs to look grungy, it needs to look low budget, and I feel like people take low budget as like a diss. I mean, aesthetically, like, you can have a big budget, but your movie looks low budget. I'm speaking of like a aesthetic thing when I say low budget. Like, I want it to feel more like grungy. I don't want it to feel like all pristine and like, no, like, it should be like gritty. There you go. That's the word I can't think of. Like, it should be more gritty to me, like snuff filmy. Like, and I feel like that sounds so sick, but like, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, I shouldn't have said snuff film. Like, but y'all get what I mean. Basically, the aesthetic of the first film. Like, I feel like we should stay there. But oh Lord, okay. I wish I could edit that out, but I don't know why I just said snuff film. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said. I hate talking live sometimes because I just be saying stuff. I should have said that. But y'all get what I was trying to say. I just low budget, just grungy, gritty, not like high production. Like I don't like that. I don't like that. Like I like I completely agree. I miss how bleak and hopeless it. Yes. And I feel like this is I don't know. I mean, that's just me. Like that's just the creative decisions I would make. The type of horror villain Art the Clown is, and also maybe I'm biased because I have always been a fan of a villain wins type of ending, and I feel like we do not get that very much in horror. So, and I as much I love Tara. I think her name was Tara in the first Terrifier. I like her way more than Sienna. Sorry, but I do. Like if anybody was going to live, I would have rather have been Tara or Tara. I can't think. I think that was her name. What was that girl name, y'all? But I feel like with the type of villain that Art the Clown is, the type of villain he's made to be, I think it makes a lot more sense for the focus of these films to be Art the Clown and for there to not be a final girl. Because anytime you look at horror films, horror icon, the final girls are literally like on the same level as the horror villain. You know what I mean? Like we really, I'm not gonna say no, but we don't have very many. Okay, you know what? I am gonna say no. When we look at the top horror icons that people literally always talk about, they have been beaten, they have been outsmarted, they have been defeated. When you think of the top horror villains that people always have conversations about, you also synonymously think of the final girl. No one thinks of Ghostface without talking about Sidney Prescott. No one thinks of Freddy Krueger without thinking about Nancy. Like no one thinks of Michael Myers without thinking about Laurie Strode. Like there is someone in all of these top horror villains that has beaten them. Friday the 13th, we got multiple final girls and final guys in there. Like they have been beaten. Busta Rhymes drop kick Michael Myers. Like I was so hyped when we got Terrifier, and it's like, okay, we have a horror villain that has not no one beat. No, like I feel like we should have kept it where this is a horror villain that could not be beat. No one can say they beat him. This horror villain is in a franchise where there are no final girls or final guys. Like I like that. Like I don't want a movie where we always triumph over the evil or triumph over the bad guy. Like I want the villain to win. Like I'm sorry, I do. So I'm like, the creative decision I would have made with Terrifier is I would have stuck with the format of the first one, where the focus is Art the Clown, and we follow some people just like in the first one. We follow Tara and her friend, but they die in the end. That's what I would did. Like I'm sorry, that's what I did. I don't know, but hey, the movie's successful as hell, popular as hell. People love Sienna. They go up for Sienna. They already calling that girl an icon, and I'm just like, calm down, baby. Like I'm not one to be calling new people icons, even though I did say that Art the Clown is icon and he's technically new, but I'm just like, calm down, okay? Let's calm down. But so hey, obviously Damon and all them made the right creative decisions because it is successful. But I definitely do not love T2 and T3 the way that I love the first one. Like, I mean, I don't. That's just me. I love when the villain wins. Okay, so I'm not alone. Folks were accusing Damien Leon of being misogynistic. Then we got Sienna. And I kind of feel like I kind of don't like always having to like let me think before I speak. I get hearing criticism and adjusting because of it, which is fine. But I don't like all the places it went because of the criticism. I love Terrifier, but I absolutely felt like the women suffer a lot more than the men. Like even when T3 started. Oh, sorry, that would have been a spoiler. I'll just say vaguely, and I don't want to spoil it for nobody. Okay, I'll just say, as much as I like, I'll spoil T1 and T2 because at this point y'all should have seen it. So I won't spoil T3. That's a new movie. In the first Terrifier and in Terrifier 2, the men that are killed versus the women that are killed. The women have humiliating, degrading deaths, excruciating deaths, long deaths. The men don't die like the women do. And then the thing that the guys I've seen want to throw in is, oh, we're in Terrifier 2. What about that guy? You know, the best friend, boyfriend by the car. But no, baby, no, but no. Like now, I will say T3 makes up for that. There are men and women victims in T3 that have long, excruciating, brutal, humiliating, degrading deaths. I'm very much here for making changes like that because of criticism, but I don't think we need a Sienna. I'm sorry, like I don't. I don't. Like I don't. And I feel like the reason I don't is because for me, I feel like Art the Clown is misogynistic, but I think he's supposed to be misogynistic. And I feel like it may be bleak, it may be dark. Misogyny wins, child. Like sometimes you ain't gonna triumph. Like, let Art the Clown be misogynistic, let him rip these women to shreds, and he win in the end. And yes, that's bleak, and yes, that's dark. But I also feel like it mirrors life. Like, there's not always gonna be a Sienna to triumph over misogyny. It's just not. Sorry. I don't know. This is my opinion. That's just my opinion. What about creating an anti-hero character protagonist who is a bad guy who everyone roots for? Now, I would like that. And that's also why I feel like we didn't need Sienna, is because I don't like the Art the Clown, and then on the other side we have Sienna, who is I'm trying to think how to say this. Like, I would rather, like you said, the anti-hero character that's a female that is unlikable, not a good person. Like, I don't like the dynamic of, like, it reminds me of we don't do this anymore, but it reminds me of old school horror where the final girl had to be this pure, virginal, good girl, and her slutty friend always had to die. Like, I don't like that. And that's how I feel with Sienna and what she represents to me, in my interpretation, opposite Art the Clown. Like, Art the Clown obviously is diabolical, cold, heartless, evil, evil incarnate. And then you have Sienna, who is like the more pure character. She's basically, obviously, the opposite of the villain. She's the heroine of the story. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I just don't like the betrayal that women cannot be terrible people. Like I'm trying to really mince my words. Like I would if I would prefer not adding a final girl at all. Like I said, I would prefer the star of the show, the focus be Art the Clown, and we have a villain wins ending every single time, just like we did in the first Terrifier. But if we didn't want to stay that route and we wanted to add a final girl to go head to head with Art the Clown and beat him, I would have preferred if she was a terrible person. Like if she was kind of like, you know what example I give? Don't Breathe. Our final girl there is a terrible fucking person. She broke into somebody's house, about to rob this blind man, using the kid that she know got a crush on her. Terrible person. Like I would have preferred if Sienna was somebody like that. But that's just me. But that, and I also feel like maybe I'm the type of person. I don't know if it's because you know, I grew up a writer, but I also just kind of read very deep into like when I watch stuff like characters and what they like portray, and you know, horror always mirrors society, and I just hate like I feel like we don't get enough like women that are terrible people like portrayed in the film as like a. And I don't mean like we don't see women that are terrible. I mean women that are terrible people that come out as like an anti-hero type of character. Like a Tony Stark. Like even though I guess he's not like a terrible person, but you know, the portrayal of Tony Stark is like this pompous, arrogant, you know, not a team player, but he also gets to be a hero and self-sacrifice, and you know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. But that's just what I would did, you know, if it was my movie. But like I said, Damien know what he doing, child, because they done broke records, they done made all kind of money. The movies have been highly successful, and each movie keeps being more successful than the last. So hey, don't listen to me. Like this just my ramblings. Obviously, he know what the hell he doing. But yeah, in my movie, we're not finna have no like pure good girl. No. Sorry. Like I'm not. Oh, you know what? Or if I do, baby, she gonna die. She gonna die. She gonna die. I don't know. I just always hated the portrayal of women in horror when I was growing up. Like, why the slutty friend got a like what? Like I don't know. My characters would be different because I don't like it. I don't like it. And I feel like when we think about final girls, when you think like if you name like top final girls, they're all good people. I don't like that. And I feel like I sound like a sociopath. Like you don't like that they're good people? No, I don't. Like Nancy, like she did not have to come back and help them motherfucking kids. And which was it? Damn it, which all of those. I hate when movies have so many sequels, so I mix them up. Which one is the sequel of Nightmare on Elm Street when Nancy come back? The best Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Which one is the best Nightmare on Elm Street movie when Nancy come back and help them kids? Patricia Arquette and all them. In that little hospital. Damn it, she didn't have to come back and help them kids. Like she was a good ass person. Okay. Like when we think about these like top final girls, they're good people. I don't want like why all the final girls good people? Give me some flawed, like that's just me. That's just me. But speaking of final girls, you know what? We I think it's about time for another final girl. When was my final girls tier list ranking? That was, I think it's time for another one. When did I do that final girls tier list ranking? Let's see. Because I think it is about time for a new one. Like, come on now, child. What the world? Oh, here we go. 11 months ago. I did my horror final girls tier list ranking. Yeah, I think it might be time for a new one. I don't know. Do we have a lot? Because I did not have Sienna on there. Even though obviously Terrifier existed 11 months ago, I did not put Sienna on there. And I feel like it's some other people, some other final girls that I did not include on there. And we have new final girls. I mean, are we adding Melissa Barrera to the final girl conversation from the damn Abigail movie that I don't really care for? Are we adding her? Are we considering her a final girl? Because I did have her and her useless ass sister from Scream on there. Thank you. Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Them movies be blurring together. I hate when movies have like so many sequels, because then when I'm trying to like remember the movie, yes, Dream Warriors. No, she don't die. She goes on to who didn't die and went on to the sequel. What are we talking about? But yeah, I think I should do I don't know. I think I should do another Final Girls tier list ranking. And I feel like my thoughts have changed. Isn't that crazy? Like, even though I just did that ranking 11 months ago, I feel like my thoughts have changed a lot on certain Final Girls that I like ranked on there, because I don't know, it's so crazy. It's like I have been watching the same horror movie since I was a kid, but it's like every time I watch them, I get something different or I change my opinion. So certain Final Girls that I ranked a certain way, like it would absolutely change. What about if the final girl is a serial killer, but she's trying to turn her life around? You know what? I actually had an idea. Lord, I'm sorry, my mind, I be getting messed up. It's like my mind be trying to say 100,000 things at one time, and I be trying to figure out which one to say first. Because y'all know I'm trying to do my short film that I've been trying to do for like 100 years. But I actually had an idea that kind of similar to that. She's not trying to turn her life around though. But one thing that I always think about when I watch these horror movies, you know how like something like The Strangers, for example, you know how you have a horror movie where like some diabolical killer targets somebody, and I'm always sitting here watching those movies like, how come they never just so happen to target another diabolical killer? Like anytime, like what is that movie? There's a movie like that I really freaking love. I think Luke Evans plays in it. And I never hear anybody talk about this movie, and it's so freaking good. And I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, that's my idea. Where is this movie? What was it called? No One Lives. There's a movie called No One Lives from 2012. And we have a diabolical group that sees this random couple that's traveling, and they go to target them. But unbeknownst to this diabolical people that's trying to kill them, this is a diabolical person that's killing people, right? And I literally, the movie is so good. So you should watch it if you never heard of it. I don't know why nobody ever talks about No One Lives. It's so good. But I literally always think that when I watch something, like, how come this diabolical killer this always happens to target victims? Like, they never target somebody that just so happened to also be a diabolical killer. So I literally was thinking of doing a movie where, you know how in Scream, the killer is always in the group of friends? Like, you literally have the group of friends targeted by a killer, but one of the group of the friends is also a killer and been killing off the friends, but we just so happen to run into another person that's targeting us when we go out on a trip. Because, you know, you always traveling somewhere, and that's when you get targeted. But I like bad guys. Like, that's just the name of the game. I like bad guys. So, or when I say bad guys, villains. So my final girls would be villains. I love a villain. I just really love a villain. I don't know what it is, but I do. I always have, like, villains are always my favorite character ever since I was a kid. Like, I love a good villain. Like, I love a good villain. Like I'm trying to think. Who is some standout? Like Nicolas Cage and Face Off kind of villain. Like a villain that's real, like, and I like the villain to be, and I mean evil, like but like low down, but also have like some likability, like some charisma. Like I'm thinking of like Nick Cage and Face Off. Like I just love a good villain. I love a good villain. I love Your Next. The final girl isn't diabolical, but she's no victim. Yeah, Aaron from Your Next. I like Aaron. I like Your Next, but no, what I'm talking about, Aaron would need to be diabolical. But yes, I do like that she's not in no shape, way, or form a victim or damsel in distress. A diabolical killer who stalks innocent people about an baby, what is this word you trying to get me to read? Uncredited. Oh, they're mashed together. Okay. Uncredited anti-hero who stalks the diabolical killer. Okay, let me read this again. A diabolical killer who stalks innocent people. How about an uncredited anti-hero who stalks the diabolical killer? Okay, I feel like you said that in a confusing way, but if I'm understanding, do you mean that a killer is stalking and killing people, and then like a vigilante stalks that killer? Is that what you're saying? Kind of like there was an episode of SVU where this lady was assaulted and the guy went free and she was stalking him and called the police when he went to break into a woman's house. Is that what you mean? Like a vigilante is stalking the killer? I think that's what you're saying. What in the? Okay, we done been here for 2.5 hours. This was long as hell. It's 9 o'clock at night, and I got stuff to do. This was fun. Thank you guys to everyone who showed up for our watch. I can't even get my brain together. That showed up for our live. Oh my gosh. Let me see. I done messed up again. Remember, I am using a new thing to stream from, and I messed up yesterday, and it looks like I messed up again because I did not add my outro. So we about to do this live. Quick intermission. Okay, we gotta do this in real time. Lord, I'm trying to, you know, a little behind the scenes stuff. I be using most YouTubers use StreamYard to go live. They doubled their price, like $1,100,000 a month. No, like $49 a month. So now I'm using Restream, a new thing, which is $19 a month. But it's a learning curve. I got to get used to it. And with this, it's so different. I miss StreamYard. But you have to create like these scenes. And I did not create I created the scene for the intro for like, this is called the scene, but I did not create the scene for the outro. So I had to literally just do that just now. But yo, look, that's what it is. Okay. We here, we in this place. Yes, thank you, Equalizer. Please make sure you like the video. Do consider a channel membership. Thank you so much, Equalizer. Yes, a female version of okay. Yes, I feel like you said it in such a confusing way, but I felt like okay, I get it. I got it. Okay, yes, I like that idea. I love that idea. Yes. And then that's the thing of why I feel like I feel the way I do, because ever since I was a kid, like my favorite characters in movies are always male. And I remember it wasn't until I got older, maybe like 19, that I really stopped to think. Like at the age of 19, I had no favorite actresses. None, not one. Like my favorite actors were all men. None of them were women. And when I really thought about it, I'm like, it's because men get the coolest roles. Like, especially for someone like me who loves a villain, I feel like it's not, I'm like, it's not just being a villain, because obviously we have female villains, but I'm like a cool villain, a villain with some style, a diabolical villain, like a dark character, like a dark man. Like, I feel like women don't have roles like that. They don't. I like really cool, diabolical, low down villains, and I feel like we don't really see that with women. Even like it's crazy. Like in my lifetime, like I feel like we still don't really get that. But if we are done and we have nothing else to chat about, thank you guys so much for showing up for our little subscriber check-in, chit-chat little thingy. Do not forget that we will be here tomorrow night for a Night of the Living Dead watch along to celebrate Tony Todd and his life and contribution to horror and film. Slice of Horror will be here with me for that. In Love with Horror will be here with me for that. And hopefully all of you will be here with me for that. So we also, hey, Biggerford Entertainment is in the building. I was just on a front panel with him. Go check his channel out if you haven't. Shout out to you. Nikki, consider a female version of Darkman. It could work. It absolutely, like I love that idea. Like I love that idea. Absolutely. I love evil women characters. They're plentiful but feminine, so maybe not quite what you're into. Yeah, no, see, I don't want my female villain to be feminine. I don't want her to be pretty. I want her to be dark, grind. Like when I think of the type of female villain I wish I saw in cinema, I think of Silence of the Lambs with what was his name? Buffalo Bill. Like I want like a female villain that reminds me of him, like disgusting in a dirty basement, like that's what I feel like male villains never have to be like, they're always like disgusting visually, but female villains are pretty. Like I don't want my female villain to be pretty. Anne Wilkes is a pretty woman. The Loved Ones, which is my mother freaking movie, Lola is a pretty woman. Like, well, she's not a woman, she's a teenager, but you know what I mean. What's the girl who say I'm not killing people, I'm killing boys? Very attractive. Like I don't want my female villain to be pretty. I want her to be disgusting. Like, I feel like, but hey, that's just me. Like, I want a female Buffalo Bill. Like, I want my female villain. I don't want it to be about how I don't want her to look good. I don't want her to be pretty. I don't want her to be feminine. Like, I don't want her to have any of those traits at all. I mean, I don't want a what was that lady who was killing people with an ice pick? Like, I don't want a Sharon Stone type of villain. Like I don't. I want her to be I want my female villain to look like she don't even bathe. Like, I literally want her to look like she don't even bathe. Like, I just want her to look disgusting and diabolical. But thank you guys so much. This was a great check-in live with you guys, and shout out to y'all. I will try to figure out how to do this outro. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.